Hey, Chris. Somehow I have dropped frames. I just started. I hate my internet. Check, check. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's pick up where we left off yesterday, because yesterday should not have ended so soon. Thank you for assisting me with my investigations. I shall seek out our companions and share what we've learned. Much as I would like to tell you to sit down and leave the rest to us, your conditioning demands that we make all reasonable haste. If you are not too weary, it may be useful to speak with Pausch's own again and ask if there is aught else he is willing to divulge. No, it was very brief. It was like 73 frames, and apparently it happened right at the beginning of the stream. So. You have good news and bad news. Well, I guess we should do the traditional thing and ask what the hell is the bad news? Chris, did you get my text earlier? Ah, Alpha No's friend, you and your companions have done much to repair the damage caused when the waters parted. I mean, I haven't done anything. Anything else like you can do? Have you been to the walls of the Forgotten? Hey, Scoot. The remnants to the northwest. Yeah, northwest, yes. You visited them unbidden? Shh. Could it be that your footsteps were guided by the ancients? I believe it may be so. Listen, then, and I will tell you of our plans to bring light to the walls, that we might answer the shining call of the illuminated land. We have requested a finless craftsman to shape for us a sacred lamp. He is odd for a land dweller, choosing as he does live in the ocean, but his skill is beyond question. It is concerning, however, that we have heard nothing of his progress. If you were to visit this artisan, and return with our long-awaited light, then any doubt as to your purpose would be laid to rest. His name is Grenold. You will find his workshop in a metal structure to the south. Well, there you go. That's the guy we were looking for. So, thanks. No. I said Happy Father's Day. You said nothing back. I feel hurt. Bad news is nothing is working other than the RAM lighting up, including case fans, monitor, mouse, and keyboard. The good news is I built a PC. I mean, can it really be built if it's not working? I got this nice new shirt from Mom and Dad, but Mom really knows how. I don't know how she knows what I like to wear, but she's Mom. So of course she knows what her sons like to wear. And new shorts with it, but the shorts are also blue, and I'm not wearing those with a blue shirt. That's tacky. Dude, I don't know how flies get in here. I really don't. First and foremost, I'm on the second floor of a building. Well, third floor, technically. Secondly, my windows are closed. How the hell did this thing get in here? correctly still built. I guess so. Oh, that's just great. That is. Wait. Oh, that's just great. That is. Me mind's playing tricks on me now. Look, Grenold, someone's come to visit ye at the bottom of the bleeding ocean. Who the hell? Was this dude got two personalities? Or might be as you're a ghost, eh? Go on, foul shade. Feast yourself on me, rotten soul. I've got no use for it. A craftsman that what can't craft is more pointless than a sea slug with a Domin hammer. And that's an insult to bloody sea slugs. Guess I'll psych him up. Go to the P section because English is cool. Psych. Electric fly swatter. I know. You wouldn't be trying to raise me spirits now, would you, spirit? Not what you'd expect from a servant of the netherworld. That's a pretty nice hammer. Can I have it? Anyway, this guy gives you the cool armor of the expansion. Eventually, since he just said he was a blacksmith. Well, thanks for spoiling it, Hoffman. Might be as we cross paths back in the Crystarium, but I don't reckon we've been formally introduced. Name's Grenold, and this here's meant to be me underwater sanctuary, a place where I can give myself over to me work, far from the distractions of the outside world. And yet here ye stand. Now what's so damned important that ye dive all the way down to the bottom of the bleeding tempest to bother me? Ah, the Ondo's lamp. God's curse me empty head, I've not so much as made a start. I'm worth less than a sea slug. Nay, the slime left by a sea slug. Me delivery dates long past, me workbench is untouched, and I call myself a bleedin' artisan. You've heard their beliefs, have you? Bringing light to them ruins will be an act of deep religious and cultural significance. And it was my privilege as a craftsman to be tasked with providing a ritual instrument worthy of the occasion. But I just can't bloody well... Yeah, well, I don't remember things, you know that. Me bleeding blank, blah, 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 blah. Tell me you've got somewhat to, got sumat to show me. Sumat as'll give me muse a right good kick up the arse. I don't know what he's saying. What the hell's summit? Sumat? I don't know. The Ondo want to honor the coming of these ancients, so their answering lights got to blaze with the right kind of brightness. Like the spark of life caught in a crystal. But just being sparkly is not enough. It's got to dance with joy and sorrow and a sense of hardship endured. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know it's a me problem, but you keep reminding me. Your thoughts turn to Nilebert and the crystal you discovered at the end of his journey. Maybe Grenold could find inspiration in that. I've let the Ondo down, aye, but more than that, I've let myself down. Might as well go back to mending kettles. It's a striking beauty. It shines with heartache and laughter and the transience of life, like the turmoil a history made manifest. Aye, I can see the brilliance of the crystal's legacy. Ah, you'd never capture such a gleam, not if you labored 100 years. But bugger me if I don't mean to try. Where are me tools, gods damn ye? I must set to work before the feeling fades. So really, this guy's just admitting to be lazy. That's what this is. Ooh, number 7. Piety, quick tongue, quick arm. I can't remember what this skill speed. Okay. I forgot what I need. I think I need spell speed. All right, let's look that up before we actually. What? Oh, stupid finger. All right. What do summoners? Crit, direct hit, and determination. No. For summoner you want to focus on that, and for black mage you mainly spell speed and direct hit. So I gotta focus on crit first. Interesting. You call it lacking inspiration, I call it being lazy. I've taken the wonders that Crystal showed me and channeled them into a new shape what benefits Ando's spiritual character. How the hell did you do that out of a tiny crystal? Not a bad job if I do say so myself. And to think I was this close to hanging up me hammer after studying the craft of them ancients. I've been across the length and breadth of Norvrant and gabbled up every scrap of craft and wisdom that I could find. But no matter which technique I tried, me work was just no comparison. I couldn't even figure out how they put them damn buildings together. A mystery for the ages. That's what drew me here in the first place. I built me workshop, got the forges burning, then lost me bleeding will to craft. Thank the gods for the crystal of yours, or I might never have gotten it back. I won't pry into your business, but I reckon your little miracle there has been through the kind of journey they sing songs about. The echoes of the memory it holds just speak directly to your heart. Ah! I can still feel him coursing through me. The inspiration's not fading away. It's welling up stronger and stronger. Give me the chance and I reckon I can weave the crystal saga into other things as well. But bugger me, I'd almost forgotten the Ando's commission. If you could drag that lamp over to the Tolsh's Oth for me, I'll stay here and dream up a new armament for you to try. I mean, if the armor's cool, equipment rewards will become available for collection based on the role quest you have. Okay. If the armor's cool, I might just use it for whatchamacallit. I might use it for transmog. Gonna go refill my drink, be right back. Haha. This is the last time beer will be in this house for a very long time. I need to not drink more of this. Gotta get back on track with my diet. Well, not a diet, but my eating habits. What is it you have there? How did we carry that giant thing by ourselves? The sacred lamp, then the finless one has kept his promise. But how long have they been waiting for? My people tell me of the many deeds you have performed in the name of aiding the cups, and now you come to me bearing the light we had almost surrendered hope of ever seeing. We can doubt your purity no longer. Your arrival was the will of the ancients. Yes, the time for fear has passed. We shall take the lamp and unveil its austere illumination upon the walls of the Forgotten. Gather there with your companions, and we shall speak once again, or again once our prayers have been offered.
O stewards of the Ondo, we offer up our light in answer.
I wasn't too far off with the voice, was I? I mean, last night.
That crystal you showed the artisan. Was it... Did it belong to one of my friends? I tried to give you a measure of privacy. No one wants a spirit looking over their shoulder every moment of the day. So tell me, if you would, how did you come across that crystal? It was Nilebert's then. Strange that I should learn such things now, after they're long gone. They were fine friends, every one of them. I didn't expect death to teach me so much. About them, about Seto, about you, about the hope that hides at the heart of this world. I've never been one for idle chit-chat, but if by some miracle I could see them all again, I doubt I would ever stop talking. I'm grateful I got to bend your ear at least. And just for that, I reckon I'll stick with you. To the very end.
Apologies, we were a little late to the gathering.
It seems we succeeded in gaining their trust.
The delay wasn't exactly welcome, but at least our many hands made light work. And they seemed especially impressed with your contribution. Our hero indeed.
Y'shtola was telling us those structures may date back to the age of the Ascians.
An Ascian homeland. Despite his many protestations, I never quite believed Emmett Selk was telling the truth.
Nor I. But there is no denying the evidence before our eyes. Clearly this was once a great city. A home they would see restored, no matter how many tens of thousands of years it takes.
It's a hollow dream when you think about it. Even if they manage to rejoin all the worlds, they'll never bring back the ones who were lost. But would I have done any different?
How are you feeling?
You have completed your devotions?
Yes. To the honored ancients have we offered up our prayers and our gratitude. You too have our thanks.
Might we trouble thee then to tell us more of the illuminated land of which thou didst lately speak?
To the west of here lies a great trench. Some days ago, a light appeared in that endless darkness. Curious, we ventured closer and discovered in the depths an entire city. The buildings we spied were akin to our own everlasting abodes, impossibly so. We understood at once the ancients had risen. There could be no doubt. Taken with terror, we retreated to the cups, and I decreed that none should enter the trench until such time as we received a sign.
Might it still be possible to reach this city of the ancients?
With no water to drown you, a finless one could now travel there. Yes. I am convinced you are the sign for which we have been waiting. My people will show you the way.
Shall we?
Okay. So, Starfield just re-announced or announced again that the limited edition controller and headset are on sale right now. They're already sold out, at least on the official Microsoft store. I think the only place that I saw that had it at regular price is Best Buy. Because you go to Newegg, the controller itself is up to $150, even though it's an $80 controller. So, and I just replied to that tweet, you know, are these going to be sold all the way up to the release of the game? Because I'd like to get them, but... Because, I mean, there's no way I'm getting the collector's edition. Oh, the other thing I did the other day, I completely forgot to mention, which I'm excited to see if I even get accepted, is I signed up for Keymailer, which I've never heard of this before, but apparently it's a lot of what, like, a lot of content creators use to get keys for review copies of games and stuff like that. So they were saying, hey, you know, content creators, you can... If you haven't already, you can sign up here and potentially be chosen to get a key for Starfield early on or something. It'd be like a week early, but I'm pretty sure they said the embargo's on the 8th. Like it's up on the 8th. So I think even if I get it early, I can't put out content or stream it until the 8th. Until, like, the release day, which doesn't make much sense. But, yeah, it looks like I haven't gotten anything from that yet. So, we'll see what happens. That'd be cool. If I got invited to get the game early for free, like, I got a free copy. I don't know. It's just that's one of the services that they use, and it came from the official Twitter account. So the chieftain has bid me guide your steps to the illuminated land. Come, the way lies downward. Follow the path of coral rock and join your comrades below. I've already been down this way. I don't know if every content creator uses it, but they're saying that it's one of the ways that content creators get their keys that they need for early copies of games. But it's what Bethesda's using, so. Huffman, why are you making it seem like it's a shady thing? It came directly from the official channel. And when I went to the website, it looked pretty legitimate to me. Follow the wall down and down and down. Once at the bottom, find a passage to the northwest and continue west and west and west. The way is not simple. Keep your friends within shouting distance and do not stray into the deep. Just before the journey's end, you will find the Caliban Gap and the barrier we placed at its mouth. This obstacle will fade should you raise a hand toward it. We have made it so. A most succinct explanation. We thank you for your guidance. Yeah, you're always suspicious. I think you need to open your heart to the world. Right. Deeper into the depths we go. Well, if Bethesda knowingly tweets out a malicious website, then that's on them. And I don't think they want that kind of PR. So. Again, if it's a cool looking armor, I'll use a transmog. I doubt it's going to be useful for like a level increase, because the armor I have on right now is level 80. I have to wait till I get into the Endwalker expansion to actually get a new piece of gear, which is going to be fun. I'm finally going to be reaching a point in the game where I can actually like get new gear. Yeah, and they got a lot of problems for that, so I don't think they'll repeat it, but I'm not suspicious of it. Our guide bade us travel to the cavern floor and thence to the west. Yet, it would seem these twisting tunnels defy such a simple instruction. Rather than rely on direction alone, I suggest we scout with care and relay the path ahead to those who come behind. It's cool, at least I get to use my mount in this area. Travel a little bit faster. Urianger, who used to be Gideon Emery, and then they replaced him in the first expansion, which was disappointing to me. I told you, man. Didn't I say this yesterday? Man, I wonder if you can get down here. Yeah, you can. Oh, let's take a look and see. It is just to the west, so we're heading over there now. That should be the last spot, I think. Yes. And I've got the first quest with an Aether Current as a reward, so. Valtamont, you have a choice of two routes from here. You can either take the long way to the south along the rocks, or skip along this coral branch, as Alize has done. I, for one, shall be following my sister's example. Gulp. Ew, it sounds squishy. I think I'll take the quicker route. I don't know why you wouldn't. Dude, I looked over the trophies for this game. Holy crap. There's some time to be put into this game to get those. And given how long Final Fantasy XI has existed, I don't think they're going to get rid of this game anytime soon. So that's good. I mean, it's calming. Very much reminds me of... I wouldn't say it exactly reminds me of Final Fantasy 15, but there's, you know, music in that game. There you are. Come on, I think I found the tunnel we were looking for. Alright, calm down. What? Oh. I can see it from here. I'm guessing it's on the other side of this tunnel then. Because it's southwest now, so yeah, it's on the other side. Here, this must be the barrier that Ando spoke of. Well, that was rather more arduous than expected. Not really. I feel a sudden rush of gratitude for the smooth roads our ancestors cut through the wilderness. 'Twas a treacherous path indeed. Now I believe one of us needs to but raise a hand to banish this next obstacle. Valtamon, I elect you to do the honors. Gee, thanks. Who else would have done it? Gone just like that. I suppose we should head in. See, now I would be suspicious of this cave. That's what I would be suspicious of. Like as not, this tunnel will be just as perilous as the road we walked to get here. Let's all stay aware of our surroundings, shall we? You know, I feel like they're saying it was perilous because at this point in the game, I'd still be fighting things in here. But because I'm so overpowered and they don't attack me, it was a lot less long than they're making it out to be. Yeah, I'd be literally fighting everything here. Okay, we're not going that way. So Huff, I don't know if you watched my you probably don't watch too many of my videos, but the comparison, the graphics versus performance comparison for Final Fantasy 16 that I put out, it's over 200 views, which is great. One guy left a comment saying that he said, he's like, I'm pretty sure the developer said that none of the cutscenes are pre-rendered, they all should be in-engine. And I'm like, no way. Because I looked at those cutscenes for many hours. I'm like, there's no way these aren't pre-rendered. Hold on.
By the gods.
But just to finish my thought. But I looked it up and they said, yeah, nearly 100% of the game is real time, which is nuts. There are some like background elements that might be pre-rendered, but for the most part, everything in the game is real time. Which kind of blows my mind a little bit because the cutscenes are no different no matter what mode you choose, which doesn't make sense. Watch videos. Who are you? How did I get here? Which doesn't make sense because if you look at them even side by side, they're exactly the same. So if it's real time, why would they go out of their way to cap the frame rate on it, even in performance mode, and crank the graphics back up? Even if you're in performance mode, shouldn't it reflect the game mode that you're playing? So shouldn't it play back at roughly 60 FPS with whatever graphic settings it has, you know, and resolution? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me why they would do that. And apparently pre-rendered cutscenes take up more data and memory. I don't know how, it's just a video playing. But that's allegedly how it works. Whoa, that's a city.
When the Ondo spoke of a city, I did not think they meant an actual city.
Then we are seeing the same view. The remnants in the Ondo settlement were solid, material structures. But these... Everything here pulses with ether. 'Tis an enchantment on a monumental scale.
Aether. Well, the long and short of it is the video is doing quite well, which I'm really happy about. But I did make that mistake. I guess technically it wasn't a mistake because in-engine can still be pre-rendered. But I wanted to be non-combative with this guy and just be like, you know what, you're right. It's potentially real-time. But again, even real-time stuff can be pre-rendered. You know? I mean, that's kind of a stupid statement. No, in-engine things can still be pre-rendered. But even the post said they said that nearly everything is 100% real time. So I don't know. I don't know why they would do the cutscenes that way. I think it's just for consistency's sake in terms of the story, so that no matter what mode you choose, you're still getting the same consistent look on the cutscenes, so that it doesn't look terrible one way or the other. But it just doesn't make sense, especially like since performance mode does not. It barely ever hits 60, so. Valtamont, did you note the style of the architecture? 'Tis the same used in the remnants at the cups and the murals painted towers. Look closely. Emmett Selk has not simply reclaimed these ruins, he has layered the semblance of an entire city upon them. Gods, the magnitude of his artifice is staggering. Though it pains me to admit, we did not fully understand the feats of which an old-world Ascian is capable. Alright. None of these are crit. None of these are direct hit. Unless I'm not... Okay. There's skill speed. There's direct hit. Okay, so it already gives me the one that I need. I don't know if that changes based on your class, but that's the one I need. Direct hit. But I don't have one for crit, so I'm guessing we'll probably do spell speed. I don't know. Have I slotted it? I don't even remember if I've slotted any materia. Yeah, I have. Okay. Crit, direct hit, crit, direct hit, crit. So I alternated between the two. Direct hit, crit, crit. Yeah, alright. So we're looking for Savage Aim and Heaven's Eye, which is what we just got. Everything else is kind of just there. Look at this, huh? Savage Might. There's Determination. That's not it. Battle Dance. Yeah, these are all... It seems like purple and yellow materia are basically secondary. I think they are, actually. It's intimidating, yes, but we have to start somewhere. Why don't we have a closer look at the tower to the southeast? We might be able to reach it from the edge of the trench. Yeah, okay, so those are physical properties. Or secondary, excuse me. Those are secondary properties. Oh, there it is. There's the last one, right in front of me. I like that. Didn't have to go very far. So then all the open world ones are done. And yeah, that one's all the way back there. Either way, I'm gonna play that game on quality mode. I've got my copy pre-ordered. As much as I didn't appreciate how long it took the last time, I did pre-order it from Square Enix. Man, I really wish I could have afforded the collector's edition, man. They were already sold out, even though the website said they had more in. The website literally says collector's edition now in stock. And no, it wasn't. Imposing door. I would say so. It's a pretty big door. But I can't wait for that game. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be me. I thought so. Okay, it's not a cutscene. It's not a real cutscene. Valtamont Porter Lane recognized. Welcome to the city of Amarat. Will you be riding the lift? They know me? Yeah, only laugh a little bit. Did the building just welcome you? Mayhap it is not so passing strange. Did Emmett Selk not invite Alpha Altamont to his abode? I believe he did. 'Tis plain thy coming was expected. And where will this lift be taking us? The lift services every level of Akara Heights, but is presently configured to convey passengers directly to the ground floor. Okay. Well, there you have it. In the absence of some few hundred yalms of rope, we have little choice but to accept the offer. With emphasis on the we. I'm not about to let you walk into that place alone. Alright, Alize, calm down. What if you have no other choice? As you wish, the lift will arrive shortly. I mean, here's the thing, though. Even if 16 comes a little late, I'm not worried. Because, like, I'm already playing a bunch of other things, so, you know, it can... I'm not going to get right to it, you know what I mean? Next stop, ground floor. Facilities include the Bureau of the Administrator, the Bureau of the Architect, and the Capitol. This will be the last beer. I have one more, but I'm really not feeling it. Okay, this looks like a non-regular cutscene. Non-official cutscene. It's only at this distance that you start to realize just how big the buildings truly are. What did that voice call the city? Amarat? Look, over there. That dude looks really tall. Is that a person? Ah, no, my mistake. That's a giant. Doesn't seem to have noticed us yet. Giant or no, a resident of this place may have much more to tell us. I say we make the first move. Yeah, you say. Alphino, you can't just... Ugh. She's fed up with his shit. Oh, good, he's a witch doctor. Pray excuse my boldness, but might I ask you a few questions? Oh my god, he is huge. Oof, creepy. How odd. That sounded like no language I've ever heard, and yet I understood every word. Just as he understood us. And which district is this exactly? You must be lost, poor things. You stand in the Polylarite district, wherein lie the institutions most vital to the management of our star. Better be careful about name dropping here. Who rules? What a curious question. Mayhap you refer to our supervising body, the Convocation of 14. So Emmett Selk isn't the leader here. Emmett Selk is a member of the Convocation. Were you hoping to witness its deeds firsthand? Hardly surprising, I suppose. The whole world holds its breath as the final days draw near, and our brightest minds race to implement their plans. Final days. Thus, you must understand that gaining an audience at this time will be next to impossible. You should hurry home now before your families begin to worry. Do you need me to walk you back? Well, that's a nice gesture. No, thank you. We will be fine. Off you go. I saw the frames dropping right there. What is wrong with my internet? That's what I want to know. Why is my internet always... Why is Spectrum always a dickhead? That's what I want to know. I'm not taking anywhere near any amount of upload. I have 10 megabits to play with. I'm only using 6. And this game, no doubt, is barely using any. So what the fuck? Very well, take care, little ones. It's that kind of shit that'll piss me off, man. Well, what was that all about? To my eyes, these people appear as arcane entities. I suspect Emmett Selk wove them from Aether, but as he reconstructed, much as he reconstructed the rest of the city. The final days. What is it, Urianger? Tell us! Such words well befit the oblivion described to us by our Asian foe. A catastrophe of unprecedented scale, which did set in motion the summoning of Zodiark, and thence Heidelin herself. But that happened centuries and centuries ago, didn't it? That man spoke as if they were rushing to avert a disaster here and now. Unless, for these people, the distant past is the here and now. So, Zodiark and Heidelin don't exist yet. I believe thou hast the right of it, Master Alphino. This ethereal Amarat and its residents appear to be phantoms of a different age. Emmett Selk has resurrected a memory, a moment in time from before the star was sundered. Oh, okay. Still current time, but reimagined. So we find ourselves in a long-destroyed city inhabited by the long-departed. An unusual situation to be sure, but at least we're able to parley with these ancients. In fact, they seem downright eager to chat. I say we use this to our advantage. Split up, strike up some conversations, and see if we can't learn the location of our quarry. And while we're at it, it wouldn't hurt to wheedle out a few more details regarding this Convocation of 14 and their impending disaster. To mingling, then. Let's meet back here when our jaws start aching. I don't know if I want to do that, but alright. I'm going to zoom in El camera a little bit. Because I am leaning back. Lean back. Lean back. I will not do that again, I promise. Oh. Boop, 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 boop. Good gracious, child, where's your family? You should not be alone at a time like this. Run along home quickly now. Have you not heard? Though yet confined to the lands across the sea, a terrible phenomenon afflicts our star. They're calling it the final days. Hey, Jolin. Have a safe ride to work, sir. 'Tis said it starts suddenly, a cacophonous keening from beneath the earth. The sound distorts all living things within earshot and wrests from us control of our creation magics. You heard him. Mingle until your jaw aches. I don't wanna. Once that happens, all is lost. Fear, pain, despair. Every dread impulse is siphoned from our minds and given substance. An eternal fall of fiery rain, an incessant spawning of nightmarish beasts. None can point to the source of the phenomenon. 'Tis as if the star itself has fallen ill. As if a force there's that word again. Inimical. Or inimical. I think that might be how you pronounce it. As if a force inimical to life now festers and spreads. Words. 'Tis only a matter of time until Amarat too resounds to that discordant squall. You should stay with your loved ones, child. Stay with them. I get it. Because I'm shorter than you, you think I'm a kid. Alright, well, rude. Rude, you twat! Got a new customer coming through work tomorrow for a little tour of what we do. Gotta make sure the place is spick and span. An audience with Emmett Selk. I'm afraid you have the wrong office, little one. And besides, he'll be far too busy to field the questions of curious children. Surely you have been told of the looming catastrophe. Every resource available to the convocation must be spent upon ensuring our world survives. They have yet to make an official announcement, but it is said the 14 are moving forward with a plan to scarce credible proportions, one which promises to grant will to the very star itself. They will invoke our mightiest spells of creation to birth an entity of all-encompassing magnificence. And then they will rewrite the laws of existence. 'Tis a huge undertaking, and it must be completed ere the corruption spreads thus far. Thus I say to you again, do not hold out hope for an audience. You know what I started watching? Again? I know ESL has kind of done wrong by, I think, what, Counter-Strike players? Or was it League of Legends? It was one of those two. But they are the only ones actually televising StarCraft. And I started watching StarCraft 2 matches. Dude, so many memories just brought back. So many memories just brought back to me, and I loved it. Some of the old guys are still playing. Like, Cyril is still playing. Freaking Hero Marine. Creator. DRG played today? Was it today? Or was that in the old... Was that yesterday? I don't know. One of the ones I watched. It was awesome. It would seem the hall is host to a most precarious visitor to the... or precocious visitor this day. And what, pray tell, shall the subject of our discussion... Shall be the subject of our discussion, young one? Wish people would just speak in regular sentences. The convocation and their handling of the coming peril. 'Tis only natural that you should have questions. Shall we begin with the members themselves? As we all know, the 14 are the wisest and most puissant among us. At least that's what I assume that word is, how that word is pronounced. It looks French. Or maybe poison? Wisest and most poison? No, poise would be P-O-I, not P-U-I, so puissant? I don't know. They are the stewards of order, responsible for decisions which keep this star turning season after season. Be it the speaker, La Habreja, oh, he's dead, as far as I know, or the emissary, Elidibus. I don't know if he's dead. Each seat is occupied by an elected sage of surpassing intellect. Logriff, Mitron, and Emmett Selk. Their individual titles have, as a gesture of respect and a matter of tradition, become synonymous with their incumbents. Thus, it is with great incredulity. I've heard the word incredulous. I've never actually like heard it put that way. That I greet this recent rumor that a seat in the convocation is soon to be left vacant. If proven true, to be an unprecedented development and testament to the immense pressure under which our saviors are toiling. In any event, I for one am confident they shall deliver our star unto salvation. Valtamont, if I was not certain before, then I am now. The people of the city believe they face the end of the world. I cannot imagine what purpose compelled Emet-Selch to recreate this ancient Amarat. And yet, I fancy I hear his words to us echoing throughout the ocean trench. He would have his story known. Ba, 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 ba. And there's one of the Aether Currents. There's another Savage Aim. Another Spell Speed. We're getting all the gems. Materia, sorry. Incredulity. Yeah, that sounds better. We can compare notes. Once the others return, hopefully then our next move will become clear. Ba, 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 ba. Can we get a real cutscene? This might be it. Nope. Damn it. So it seemed our conversations were much alike. A looming disaster, creation magics running rampant, and this convocation's efforts to bring salvation out of chaos. I suppose there was talk of little else in the time when these events came to pass. Ah, Orion-J, if I may, what are your thoughts on the ancient's art of creation? Can we not ask him? He speaks in tongues. A fascinating discipline indeed. Aught the mind can conceive may be rendered in reality. All that is required is a clear concept upon which to focus one's will. 'Tis not dissimilar to the primal rites taught by the Asians, wherein ritual ceremony breatheth life into figments of myth and legend. I don't remember all the seats, or even if they told us all of them, but I remember La Habrea, Emet-Selch, this stupid heart thing, I really want it gone. Azam, Elidibus, and Fandeniel. Well, they told us a couple in one of those conversations. I see we arrived at the same conclusion then. The people who lived in the age before the Sundering were blessed with vast reserves of mana. No matter how draining these creation magics must be, it seems they paid the cost with not more than a fraction of the aether which coursed through their own bodies. If we were to attempt the same, such spells would soon deplete our energies and then seek to draw the balance from elsewhere, from a hoard of crystals mayhap, or from the very land itself. Thus, when this art of creation was placed into our hands, it became, in effect, a means for destruction. An interesting matter which no doubt bears further study, but despite all these revelations, I worry we are no closer to finding Emet-Selch. Has anyone learned aught which might lead us to his location? Not directly, mayhap, but from what we've heard, it seems the Convocation of 14 is sequestered in the nearby Capitol building. When we went to see for ourselves, the attendant wouldn't let us through without a writ of permission. So we tried our luck at the Bureau of the Administrator, and we thought these permissions might be issued, but the clerk said he couldn't help us since our names didn't appear in the registry. And that was where we gave up. I wonder, though, Valtamont, could you be eligible for one of these writs? The voice in the lift seemed to know who you were. It might be that your name is registered at the Bureau as well. Worth a look, I'd say. Meanwhile, I'll head back to the capital and search for a less official point of entry, just in case. Pray allow me to accompany thee on thy reconnaissance. An arcane perspective may prove needful. Alright. I think I'd like to speak with more of these ancients. Maybe they know something that could help cure Valtamont's condition. Would you mind coming with me? Girl power! Of course I don't mind. Just lead the way. I'm gonna get myself some iced coffee. After this cutscene, of course. Then Ishtola and I will busy ourselves with further exploration. There is surely more intelligence to be had. And so we part ways once more. This time, however, let us reconvene in the front of the capital. Or in front of the capital. Beep, beep, beep. Oh, don't worry, guys. I'll go by myself, as usual. Ugh. The quarterfinals of the Crystalline Conflict Regional Championship North America are now streaming live on Twitch. Tune in to see which teams will emerge as our semifinalists for Fan Festival 2023 in Las Vegas. Dude, they have actual, like, finals and quarterfinals for their PvP stuff? What? Why? .to/HTJ. Dude, it just started. Seriously, they have this stuff? Guys. I'm surprised a freaking, you know, ad didn't play or something. Why is this not on YouTube? Why does anything... why do they have to be on only Twitch? Let me see if there's official Final Fantasy XIV channel. No. Yep, there is. But it's... Hold on. Endwalker trailer. Live. Nope, no live. That's all Japanese. Square Enix. Oh, that sucks that it's only on Twitch. Lame. They had a pre-launch celebration live stream for 16? Why am I missing any of this? What is wrong with me? Alright. Damn. I'm curious as to what this looks like. Do they have, like, saved... Do they have saved, No, I just wanted to go to the channel. Do they have saved things? Previous streams? No, I just want to... There we go. Videos. They do... This one's Japanese. This one looks like it's English. So, I could watch this later then. Sweet. I'm down for that. They have 1,100 viewers at the moment, so this must be big. It starts in like 10.5 minutes, so I'm going to drop this to 360p. So thinking about actually watching that. Don't worry, you're only dying of light poisoning. Perfectly reasonable to send you off alone. I know, right? What the hell? Alright, I'm going to go make some iced coffee. I'll be back in a little bit. So, do you guys want to watch that together? You guys want to watch a little, little crystalline conflict North American qualifiers? I've never actually seen this, like, ever. I didn't know this was a thing. We should watch this. You guys want to watch that? We got like another 6 minutes, but totally down for that. I know I should really just focus in on this, but, you know, I kind of want to watch this because I've never seen this before. I'd like to see what professional freaking Final Fantasy PvP looks like. Because I actually really like the PvP in this game. It's really fun. I'm going to take my PC apart again and figure out the issues, so I encourage you to. You encourage me to take my PC apart and figure out an issue? You want me to stop playing this so that you can play with me the next time you have, the next time your computer is working, right? Is that what you're trying to say? I'm so down to watch this, though. I just want to grab these quests, because again, we got like 5 minutes. And also, they probably have like, I don't know, commentary happening at the beginning and stuff like that. I wonder what the... Ow. I wonder what the, like the prize is. Like, what's the prize pool on that? I mean, they get to... It says they get to be semifinalists for Fan Festival, which I'm guessing that's where the main event is. Ow, dude. Stop. Ow. Yeah, I'm down to watch this because dude, it's weird too because I've mentioned this obviously a million times, but holy crap, there's people in my size, right? I don't know. Anyway, like the PvP in World of Warcraft, I did not like. I was not good at it. The rogue was like very clearly the fan favorite and Blizzard's favorite because it was always the most powerful, never got nerfed enough. But then when I played the PvP in here, it was so enjoyable. I don't know why. I've never been good at PvP in MMOs, ever. But this one, I just didn't care. It was fun. Simple to understand, and it's not like, you know, well, World of Warcraft did actually have some confusing PvP. But yeah, I'm bouncing off for a bit, let my phone charge while I'm working. Okay. So you're not going to be here to enjoy it with us. Why do I get my hopes up? All right, we're gonna swap over to my PC. I mean, I guess I could just go to my Xbox and download the Twitch app, but then I'd have to like try and sign in and all. I'm not gonna bother. Forget it. Oh man. You bitch. You a whore. Huffman's a whore. And he looks like a whore. Pourquoi? Dude, this is gonna be cool, man. I've never watched this before. This is gonna be really cool. It looks like it actually gets a decent audio. I mean, you know, it was at 1100, now it's at 1400. So clearly people like watching it. Right. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. The crystalline conflict. I always wondered what that was. Now we do. Let me bring this stuff back. See if my coffee's ready.
Hello everybody and welcome to the official Final Fantasy XIV channel. If you didn't know it already, let me go ahead and introduce myself just to start things off with. My name is
Holy
Aya,
braces!
also known as Sightseeker on the official forums. And today is going to be the last day of the quarterfinals for the Crystalline Conflict Regional Championships.
I thought everybody did it like a Invisalign or something like that.
North America. And, you know, I'm not going to be the only one that's going to be talking here. I have two very
Audio's
special
getting
guests. If
little
you weren't here
clip there.
previously yesterday, I'm going to go ahead and introduce them now, if that's cool. So here we go. But yes, you may recognize him from various podcasts and even like a lot of really cool Final Fantasy.
Brian, Ricardo,
we
and
have
Frosty.
Frosty TV. How you doing, Frosty?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited for these matches. Really hyped
Turn
to see
down
who
the
is going
mic.
to join
It's
our other
clipping.
semi-finalists over in Las Vegas. So I'm really hyped, honestly.
Yeah, this is an exciting day. I mean, it's the second day of finding out which teams are going to FanFest.
Do I
And
have a
again,
new
I
esport
know
that
a
I'm gonna
handful of these
watch?
Players, so it's fun to see them play. I'll be secretly rooting for them. I'll try not to show too much favoritism.
But yeah,
I'm hoping
also,
that
joining us
the
as
Las
well today
Vegas thing is
none other
actually
than the PvP
was it fan something?
Prince himself, Mr. Brian Ricardo. How you doing? Did you like that? What? Did you not want me to? What?
No,
Trying to set me up? I was just kidding.
Hello everyone, my name is Brian Ricardo. I'm a Final Fantasy 14 content creator who focuses on PvP. I stream on Twitch, I do YouTube
Oh yeah,
videos,
he's
I
not
do
gay at all.
coaching on Metafy, and I do
Somehow
commentary for a
I
community
knew.
events, so happy to be here, and I'm super excited for these matches.
Yeah, we're really excited to have these two superstar commentators.
Join us in following Brian Ricardo.
today,
You can just
and,
do that?
Why do you guys so
Can you just insert
Superstar. I
people's
feel
channels
pretty,
into your
what? Now I'm
stream?
hyped up. My ego's
Yeah.
a little
Oh,
too
yeah.
big because
That's
of
a
that.
shout-out
I'm
feature.
glad
We'll go
because
with it.
you're both very amazing, and you should really credit yourselves for that. So please just accept the compliments.
I'm accepting it. I'm accepting it. I'm putting it on my resume.
Just didn't expect it, that's all.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well. All right, but yeah, we're gonna be jumping towards things. But actually, before we do, why don't we go ahead and check out the brackets really quick?
Those Logitech headphones are pretty sick.
Go ahead and have a look.
Looks like they're one of the few ones that go
so
with the
as you can
mesh
see, all the
instead of this
results from
crappy
yesterday
plastic.
have been
This is a
posted
brand
on
new
here
headset,
and
by the
on
way.
official,
I had to buy a whole new one.
CCRC website if you wanted to go ahead and check that out as well. But you see that Verkittens and Bog Yarzin are the first two semifinalists that will be heading towards Las Vegas for the Fan Festival bout. So, yeah, it's going to be really, really fun. And today we're going to be find out which two teams are going to be joining them in the fray at Las Vegas. I tried to find a word that rhymed with fray, but I was unsuccessful. Okay, but yeah, I kind of actually wanted to go ahead and check out some of the brackets really quick, if you don't mind either. So let's take a closer look at them.
Big props to amateur commentators. It is not an easy job.
Oh, sorry.
Ah!
Okay. But yes, first off, we
She ruined it.
had Subtle Gains go up against WOD Revengeance, or WOD Revengeance. But unfortunately, during that time, WOD Revengeance could not have all their members present at this time, so Subtle Gains ended up getting a bye. And then in the
That's
second
unfortunate.
match, it was Slash Panic versus
That's a horrible
Verkittens,
way to lose.
And Verkittens seemed to take that one. And then during the upcoming match there, it was determined that Verkittens was going to triumph over Subtle Gains and win their tickets to FanFest, essentially, for their team. And then next up on brackets C and D, we had Bog Yarzin versus Eat Bug, and it seemed in that situation, the Bug came up on top. And then on the second one of that bracket, we had Omni versus Deadbeats, and the Deadbeats really showed down who could give the beatdowns in that situation, if you know what I mean.
That's
and then
not the
next
same.
up, we had Bog Yarzin versus Deadbeats. You guys are more than welcome to chime in with any of
No, this is great.
I'm just here trying to hold my laughter.
Okay. But yeah, in the next, but for that to determine who was going to be going to the semifinals from that bracket, we had Bog Yarzin versus Deadbeats, and Bog Yarzin really showed their stuff and came out on top, securing their spot in the semifinals at FanFest. So, really, really exciting stuff. But we have exciting matches today as well, so let's go ahead and see our lineup for today.
There's
Today we're
Genosis
starting
versus
things off with
Excalibros.
Gnosis versus
That's funny.
Excalibros. Then next we have Crazy Thursday versus Holding W. And that is for brackets E and F.
Like, do
And
they
then
not
next up,
have... All right, we're just going to mute her for now. Do they... Because normally, I mean, this may not be an official esports. It's just, this is something that takes place, and if you have a team, you put it together, which is pretty cool. But I'm wondering if, like, they have player stats or anything like that. They're not seemingly talking about it.
Even from this screen itself or all the other teams that are going to be playing today, chat.
Oh, they didn't
who are you
turn
cheering
off the
for?
thing.
I want to see it. Who do you like?
That's not
Who do
clean.
you like?
Brian, do you have someone that you are voting for, or at least rooting for?
For this matchup, I'm gonna root for Gnosis. You know why? Because they're from Dynamis. That's a rare thing.
It's
right
weird
now.
though, because this is okay. This must be like the smaller game modes, because I only play the bigger one with the much larger teams. But yeah, this makes sense because it's more manageable, 6 people as opposed to however many is in those bigger game modes. But this will be interesting. I've never actually seen what they do in 6v6.
It's Dynamis right now.
Does this work? It does. Okay.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see. But before we go ahead and decide before we go ahead and see who is going to take it, I'm going to actually explain how we're choosing the arenas first. So as you can see, I have these 4 cute plushies up top a box where I'm actually going to pull them from. So I just wanted to go ahead and explain in advance which one each one represents. So let's start off with the Mandragora. The Mandragora will represent Cloud 9. So if this gets chosen, Cloud 9. And then next up we have the Chocobo representing the Volcanic Heart. And then after that we have a very cute Namazu, which represents Clockwork Castletown. And I always feel like I'm
What the hell is
saying
she
that
looking
incorrectly,
at?
but I hope I'm not.
You got it.
Yes. And then last up we have the Palestra represented by the classic Moogle. And that's how we're going to be choosing things.
Is she
off.
looking at
So
them?
I'm going to throw these back
You
in
should be
there,
looking at the
making sure I don't
camera,
look
talking to the audience like this.
Okay.
Because
But
that's
we're
who you're
gonna be,
addressing,
choosing
right?
Where Gnosis and
I'm
Excalibur
so
will
confused.
have their potential 3 bouts. So here we go.
She's an amateur commentator for a reason.
Cloud9.
Cloud 9. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Let's do it.
We saw a lot of Clockwork last time. I would say.
Well,
Oh.
Cloud9, it looks like it might be the first one.
Yeah, Cloud 9 is the
You know
first
what's
one.
funny
Cloud
is Brian Ricardo looks like Ricardo. You know who I'm talking about? Mr. Half-Naked Bandana.
What is next?
I want this one. What's this one? It's going to be the Volcanic Heart for round 2.
Okay.
I'm making
okay,
sure
okay.
these are like put off somewhere that I don't accidentally. And next up, what is it gonna be? This one. What is this? Oh, potentially Cloud 9 again.
Yeah, okay.
For third
Oh
round.
wow.
Wow, so that's like a Cloud 9 sandwich with volcanic heart filling.
I just
Spicy.
realized
But yeah.
All right.
she has an Adam's apple.
All right,
I'm
so
excited for it.
yeah, me too.
Is that a
I'm gonna go ahead
dude?
and check to make sure that the teams are ready to go.
Because that's very prominent. Though
And
I'm
once
pretty sure some
everybody's
women
good to go,
have
I'm gonna
Adam's
go ahead
apples.
and give the mic over to Frosty and Brian, even though they have their own respective mics. I'm just not going to be there, is what I mean.
I mean, just ship it over. I'll take it.
Okay.
Oh my God! Look at this. This description on Google says, "Women and people assigned female at birth really have cartilage that covers their voice box, just as men and people assigned male at birth do. But during puberty, men usually have more growth in this area compared to women." Okay. So yeah, women do have Adam's
Quickly,
apples,
some
but
of the
very
map
not as
mechanics
prominent.
Yeah, absolutely. So this map has
But
arena
hers
events.
seems a bit
during
on the
match,
prominent side.
Countdown will happen. Turbulence will happen. You'll see
All right,
a bunch
let's
of
see
wind effects around the
this.
map.
I'm
Couple
curious to
tornadoes
see
will spawn
this.
around the map. If players run into it, they'll take some damage and get knocked back. But the big thing is once that timer goes down, every player will be launched into the air
Astrologian?
unless they use the guard.
Isn't that like
ability,
the most
which is like a
powerful healer right
defensive
now?
ability that every job
Ooh,
has.
white
Or you have to
mage!
jump into the black chocolate feather icon on the floor.
Wait.
To avoid
Where's the
taking
tank?
damage.
I feel bad that we missed the glamour shots there. Those portraits were fire. They were.
So Genosis has a tank.
Comic book versus roses. We need to go into that a
But
little bit more in the next match.
Excalibur
As long as we don't switch
doesn't.
anything up,
Why?
yeah, we should be good.
Yo, is this running at 60 FPS?
going
Like,
into
what the
this,
hell's going on?
Stars, but
I was gonna say, it looks a little bit low res.
Their comps, they seem pretty standard, except for missing a tank on Team Excalibur's.
All right, yeah. So any job composition works in PvP in this game. So you don't need a tank. You don't need a healer. Healer more operates like a support. Tanks are bulky, but you know they're all capable of dealing damage and having their own self-sustain to survive.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess I could play my
It
summoner.
does look like they're running in here almost immediately, and we're going to see how aggressive they want to start. Usually teams try to play it a little bit safe and wait for the crystal to unlock, unless if they're fairly confident within their... Well, these guys feel a little bit more confident, I suppose. They're already doing the pokes and taking out the Dragoon here from Excalibros, and the summoner shortly after.
Damn, somebody already got dropped.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, Gnosis has a nice start. You also get the summoner down, so we're ready in a 5v3.
Is it Gnosis or Genosis?
Looks like Team Excalibros will be.
Oh, it's an escort mission.
Again already, so.
I mean, that's a really good choice to do it because, you know, 3 versus 5 usually doesn't work out too well, and they'll get a quick regroup. The worst case scenario, they.
I can't imagine a tank would be a bad choice in this, you know, because they can take more damage.
Come online.
I mean, look at it. He's got the most health in the entire room.
On Team Gnosis, so he can get some guards broken. He can get some people hysteria, and they won't be able to use their actions.
Yeah. Reapers come up so quick. We have the white mage limit break. Savior has theirs up as well. Oh, but oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Complete white here on Excalibros.
Dude, the bros are getting destroyed right now. Yo, there's almost 2,000 viewers here, so this has got some popularity to it.
And the summoner's gonna go down here most likely. They used guard already, and they did not land on the choco feather, so they're gonna take the fall damage here and go down.
All players.
Oh yeah, there's a summoner there.
Really, really unfortunate. They are going to have to start dripping in there and get on the crystal as soon as possible because it's already at 95%. A really strong start for Gnosis.
Oh my god, it's still going with it. Big warrior limit break coming out. Guards
they're
broken.
just getting devastated.
They're not going to make it the point.
What?
Yeah.
that match was so quick.
That's unfortunate.
Gnosis.
A minute 42
the tank
seconds,
got 4 kills.
Coming out to prove out the gate.
Along with the summoner.
Is here. You know, Gnosis proven Dynamis actually might have some really good PvP players on it.
Oh my god.
Look at
that was so dominant. Very good job, everyone.
Yeah, wow, amazing team. I had the fortunate, you know, pleasure.
That was an awful commentary. He must be the color commentary, no pun intended.
In this tournament,
because Frosty's definitely sounds like he's got more experience doing this.
In this next map too, which will be the Volcanic Heart.
But Ricardo's like, that was so dominant.
Mechanic on
True. Someone did get launched though, so at least
summoner did, right?
You're blind.
They used guard.
There's a lot going on in this game. It's crazy.
So they had to just get the damage, and they end up falling down there.
Well, do you think you could explain Volcanic Heart really quick before we cue into it?
Yeah. Yeah. So the arena event for Volcanic Heart is the volcano will explode. A bunch of exploding bombs will spawn into the map. They'll do line AoEs that are telegraphed. You have to run away from them or you'll take 30k damage. There will also be some orbs that spawn. If you pick them up,
he's got an entire green screen wall. Why doesn't he just use that?
You'll deal more damage and you get a little bit of limit break bar.
Sweet, yeah. Okay, just want to get that out of the way. Make sure we had a baseline for the mechanics and things they were seeing on there before we.
I mean, I guess because he doesn't have one, they had to kind of match it up a little bit.
This may be our last chance to do it. For one of these teams.
I gotta see it. I missed it last time.
Yeah. All right. Give me your reaction.
Oh, pretty cool. I like how the middle one is like perfect on my screen.
Yeah, like in front of the comic lines.
Yeah, that's like
but that's pretty cool. See, that sounds.
Yeah. And then space.
That sounds like some balanced PvP right there. None of these classes actually matter more than any other ones. You can go in literally with any class and you'd still be able to do well if you just know your class. That's actually balanced PvP in an MMO. That sounds fantastic. I mean, clearly there are some classes that are quite strong. You know, that tank right there, warrior, I think, clapping people. But it's literally like, that sounds, I mean, it may not be perfect, but that sounds way more enjoyable as a PvP mode in an MMO than you know, any other MMO I've played PvP in, which is not very many, but World of Warcraft is the worst one.
Their limit breaks online was really strong for them, I think. Yeah. But yeah, they're already starting to poke at each other a little bit. It looks like they're being a little bit more cautious, trying to get a really good position to jump in.
Yeah, we do see no.
I'm definitely going to be playing more PvP in this game, though, for sure. Once I get the main storyline done, oh, dude, we're doing so many other things.
Yeah.
Oh, they traded 1 for 1. They took out Summoner.
Now, so it's actually in the favor of Excalibros. they were actually able to win that fight just a little bit here, but they still need to hold on and try to take at least one more member down.
Oh my god, dude.
Reaper LB comes by so fast, they're gonna get the white mage down, so that's already making
No, there goes their healer.
Go back to having an advantage.
I imagine a healer more than a tank is way useful.
Priscilla here from Excalibur is getting really low.
Way more useful than a tank, just because you know the healing.
Available for him, actually using that right now.
The healer can. The healer would have to be very careful though, because they couldn't.
So now once
they'd have to. Here, let's just turn this down. They'd have to sit the back so that way they don't get taken out so easily, and just heal their teammates from a distance, and hopefully they don't get pounced on. I'm telling you, man, this game does not favor low bit rates at all. Like, there's not a whole lot of camera movement in the base game, really. Not like a first-person shooter or something like that, but the effects... Dude, the effects just cause the worst kind of blocking. Yo, it's a ninja. Dude, they've got two classes that are the same. Every other class is different. It's crazy. Like, it's only a couple of classes that repeat, and then the rest of them are all completely different classes from each other. I mean, there's so many freaking classes in this game, though. So.
49.9 on the checkpoint. You see that one more 0.1% too. Oh, there we go. So now they're trying to break the checkpoint. Looks like
Dude, there's events that happen within the match.
Yeah, they're pushing that back. I mean, getting that 50% is really good because that gives you that stall point, and if it gets into an overtime situation, where it's not immediately going to tick over if they get up to that percentage. But the Reaper limit break is on, the Ninja limit breaks on, the White Mage limit breaks on. We have a few ready to go, a couple that's on the way. This next engagement, I think they're almost ready to do it and see if they can.
Here we go. Yep. They're jumping right in. Bard getting low, gets silenced, living for a little bit, but has no more resources. They do get to trade and kill the Reaper before they use their limit break, so that's going to be massive for Team Excalibros.
Yep, and here comes the Dragoon limit break. Let's see if they can actually get any kills off with that.
There's no doubt that playing this kind of PvP on a controller would be a nightmare. Because if you're looking to target specific people, that is extremely hard on a controller.
A little bit, but they still gotta keep these kills up. They want to have a longer advantage than just having
like in the game mode that I play, the one with the larger teams. That it doesn't matter who you target in that, really. There's just a ton of people to fight, so it doesn't really make a difference. But in this, it's like you'd want to target the healer first for sure.
Oh yeah, they do get Yami down, as you said. Looks like Gnosis is pushing the crystal back a little bit. Team Excalibros has almost no MP, no resources. It's looking really bad for them. They might get chased down here. Priscilla goes down.
Dude, that tank is destroying people.
No more MP, but they're hidden and they're getting
he literally can take all the hits in the world.
Unfortunately, the Dragoon.
That's warrior for you, baby.
Goes down right after.
Yeah, they do need those extra minions. They do have the White Mage limit break ready to go and the Summoner limit break if they can get their group together. But that's if they could get their group together. Just going down
though, to be fair, one of the reasons I love playing Summoner, don't get me wrong, but one of the reasons I'm still playing is because it's the highest character I have, so it'll allow me to keep going through the story.
Gnosis moves on to the quarterfinals.
That was it?
Extremely strong. Excalibros definitely proved
2 matches, that's it?
That first match was not a true showcase of their skill because they were able to hold that the match on for much longer this time. We went up.
That's crazy. That was it? They literally, I mean, that was a much longer match than the first one, or much longer round than the first one, but still, like, that's it. they play 2 matches and then that's it. But yeah, that's the reason why I'm sticking to the Summoner is because it's the highest character I have. Once I'm done with the main scenario quest, I definitely want to go back and work on Paladin. Because that was my main class in Final Fantasy XI. And I think I could be a good tank. I mean, I'm used to Final Fantasy XI's tanking system, which is like just one tank. we have one tank, and that tank focuses on one enemy at a time for the most part. 11 was very different from World of Warcraft. You know, you didn't have to try and make sure that you grab the ads and, you know, grab all the enemies and stuff like you didn't have to worry about that. But obviously, ever since the rework in 14, that has become the ipso facto way to tank in these MMOs. So, needless to say, it's going to be a different adventure for me, an interesting adventure, but I am definitely going to go back to my roots and play a little Pally. Why is that? Okay, fine.
Yeah, it looks like all their players except for one from Lamia. Okay. And then we have kind of a mixed bag from Aether. For, I believe, holding W.
Yeah. That looks like all Aether. Adamantoise, Fairy, Midgar, Sir, Katanas, Genova. Yeah, that's all. That's an Aether team for sure.
Yeah, there is one Crystal player on the team for Crazy Thursday, so it's not going to be exactly a data sitter versus data sitter situation, but it's kind of Primal versus Aether, just a little bit.
Shouldn't matter though.
A dynamic, you know, in our last match, proving that they have some
that dude that's actually a pretty cool setup. The guy over here on the right.
See them win and move forward with everything.
Yeah.
He's dressed up as a chocobo, essentially, a badass chocobo.
Oh yeah, and now we can actually see the team portraits on the screen too.
I mean, look at it. This guy looks pretty bare for gear.
They're okay, yeah. I'm looking at holding W.
This is way better. They really set themselves up,
right? Like you have the sides blurred out. It's like a vertical picture almost. So you blur out the sides.
Yeah, I'm using G-pose, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but where are they? Where they got the spotlights and stuff?
An amazing person. I could never really figure it out. I'm just not really good with it. I'm just not good with photos and editing like that. I
love doing that stuff. I love trying out all the different options.
Crazy Thursday with the nighttime picture. Oh no.
Aya, do you have any?
It's a pretty pathetic picture. I'm not gonna lie. Damn it! The ice keeps splashing up coffee in my face. Oops.
Let's get in front of the FC house or whatever. Take a picture. We good.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and actually choose their arenas that their Crazy Thursday and Holding W are gonna be playing at. So, without further ado, here we go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That's really it. It's just, I mean, I wonder if it's a best of 3. Because did she choose 3 maps in the first game? I can't remember. Dude, that's gotta be a dude, right? That is one prominent Adam's apple. Seriously. No, I think it's just 2 maps. So, nope. Okay, there we go. So it is 3. It's best of 3. So that one team just dominated. What? Oh, there we go. I was like, what the hell happened to the sound?
This will be the next matchup, and whoever wins this will go on to the quarterfinals in this bracket, and will be facing off against another team, and it'll only be like 1 or 2 games away from possibly going to FanFest.
And the FanFest is actually a huge event every single year. So, like, when these matches go down, we might actually have a nice big crowd to, you know, hype up the game. That'd be cool.
That being said, we have Palestra and we have Clockwork here. That means that after these 2 matches, we have hit every single map today already win the first 4 games. So, pretty perfect on the variety here. Palestra, there's not really too much to go into with the mechanics because it doesn't have a lot outside of the fast run.
I personally think she should probably come up with a different system of picking maps rather than having little plushies. I know she's trying to make it cute, but like you can literally tell the difference between those plushies by the way they feel. Seriously, like The Moogle has a ball on its head. How would you not know what map you're picking at that point? So, I mean, sheets of paper work, you know? Or, if you can find one, use like a randomizer of some sort to choose the maps.
All right, they're chickens.
Oh, jeez. So they went full on Dragoon, Samurai, Dancer, Monk.
All right, so,
So they're full on DPS.
Versus... All right.
And a more balanced team. Dude,
On the Glamour game's kinda low
I
here.
feel like the more balanced team is going to be actually... I feel like the more balanced team is definitely going to do better.
I'm kind of going for a crazy Thursday right
They have a Dragoon for a tank, though.
team as well, so they're not bringing any kind of tank
Wait,
or
when did the
healer.
Dragoon become
They're
a
not going with
tank?
Any kind of, you know, the holy triad or whatever of how you need to bring up your comps. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. They're going to be very, I'm assuming, heavy damage.
Dude, Summoner is
Monk,
representing
Dragoon,
today,
Samurai,
bro.
Dancer, and Summoner, huge burst, huge single target.
The Summoner is the only duplicate class in this game.
Kind of brutal. The face off.
Every other class is completely different. That is so crazy.
Mixed bag with holding W here too, right?
They do have that Darkness, they have that little bit shield support along with the White Mage's heals, so a little bit more support heavy than the other team, but you know, anything can happen. It's just about coordinating their crowd control and their damage on the same target.
All right. Well, here we go. We'll see if the chickens actually go in first, or will they be chicken and hold back? They're actually.
Or will they chicken out?
A little bit here, actually. Wow, holding W is holding W.
Oh wow,
here.
Yeah. We're going for Cool Cat first. Cool Cat gets guard in time though. We're gonna see a swap most likely. Yeah, the swap is onto the Dancer. Dancer taking some damage, but it looks like they're gonna live. They're gonna switch back to Cool Cat, and Cool Cat might go down after this. So.
Yep, and Cool Cat
nice.
definitely goes down. Really good kill. They're trying to get Lux, the Red Mage, down. Very close to doing
One
that.
down on Crazy Thursday, and Lux Mass is down.
Pretty much solid trade.
Tank survived, though.
Being really close to death as well on Team Crazy Thursday. Yep.
Seriously, when did the Dragoon become tank? I could have swore the Dragoon was a,
Just a little bit here, but,
or no.
Dark Knight, Salem has
Sorry, that's a
no
Dark
more
Knight. I'm an
resources
idiot,
to
dude.
guard up, so if
Not
you
a
keep
Dragoon.
pressure on him, he could go down. But they got to be careful on dying on their own side, and they are right there. Look,
They need to regroup. Yeah, at this point.
So is this
Thursday
every
probably
map
needs
is
to
just
hold
a
back just to get
escort
Lux to
mission?
kind of run with that crystal, and then just leave it be. Cool Cat is being pressured. I think they're actually pacing the kill on this too.
Yeah, it looks like they're
I
trying to
don't
stop
know
the
what
crystal
class
as well.
that
We
is
do
with the
see their
three
player, their Dancer on the crystal, actually pushing
three
it back.
slashes. Probably
Wow.
But
class
that's
that
not gonna last
uses
too long. He's
claw
running away right now
weapons.
and gets limit break by the monk. He's gonna go down.
Whatever
There's
class
nothing
that
left
is.
for him there.
That's an interesting Monk limit break there because they only had the one player to kill, so they're not going to have that later on. But maybe they wanted to make sure that they pushed Crystal as early as possible.
Yeah, nice little clean
I mean,
fast
dude, the
kill
Dark
there.
Knight as a
Looks like
tank
response
is,
happening
yeah.
now. Team Crazy Thursday
Pretty
do
dirty.
have their monk limit break and their summon limit break for this next team fight. So they have some stuff, but you know they have to go against another summoner on team holding W along with the Dark Knight LB.
Oh, actually getting a really good kill here on the Summoner before they could use their LB. That was super strong. If they could hold out for the rest of their LBs, they could turn this around. They did lose the Monk, unfortunately, and the Samurai, but they will have a Dragoon and a Dancer LB. But Crystal is completely unattended to and running back to the middle because they are...
No one's on this right now. It looks like Lux, the Red Mage, goes down here too.
I'm telling you, man,
So,
having a
Crazy
tank is
Thursday's in an awkward
very
situation.
crucial.
They
It
did
seems.
before, but
They
do
say
have
it doesn't
limit
matter,
breaks.
but
They do
it
have
I think it
Dancer and
does.
Dragoon. These limit breaks combo really nicely together.
But then
Dancer
again,
mobilized
the
and then
tank
does massive AoE damage.
didn't really have.
Yeah.
It had the same amount of health as the. I guess that's a monk, maybe.
We see holding W kind of just. I guess they're holding S at this point. While.
Okay, so no, there's two classes that have been repeated, but still, like, there's such a variety of classes.
88% is pretty high for Crystal. Right.
You see how they're kind of like lagging though. That might be the biggest issue in PvP is that, you know, there's just a lot of lag going into it.
Losing that Samurai is actually really unfortunate because they do have their LB ready. But they're not in a horrible position. You can see again the Crystal resetting to the middle. They are focusing on the team fights.
Yeah, these team fights are keep being around even. We're seeing them starting to regroup right now. Cool Cat getting targeted, trying to go down the speed lane, but they have no more resources. They need their teammate to help heal or help heal. Oh, they don't have a healer.
Again, Crystal is reset to the middle while they're doing this engagement here. They have 3 LBs ready, and we have 1 player down, but if they coordinate these LBs, they may be able to kill. You see the Summoner LB going out. Lots of damage. They need to follow that up. We didn't see any kind of follow-up there, unfortunately, though.
Yeah, they have 2 players down now, so Thursday gonna have to try and go for a regroup here. There's still a minute on the clock, so they have some time to still attempt to make a good comeback here.
Yeah, they do have a good chance to bring this Crystal back the other way, but they have to get a full regroup. That Monk LB,
Okay, this is a much better game.
A lot of work, especially that
or a much better
might
match.
be back up in time for their next engagement. Yeah. But they
Everything, the teams seem pretty
brutal LBs.
They seem pretty
The
balanced.
Monk, Summoner, and Red Mage will likely be ready for that next engagement.
You see how this guy is kind of lagging?
Yeah, team holding W. Monk
That can't be good, man. The server is working overtime to calculate this. Oh no!
He's ready for those Monk LBs. Getting a player down right before
Yeah, it's
the
a Monk.
engagement, so they can get a full regroup here.
They have to do something like immediately. Dancer
Oh,
LB,
that's what that meter is. That's not. I thought that was a threat meter. I'm like, how would the threat be calculated in a in PvP? That's their limit break meter under their icons.
Not looking good for Crazy Thursday.
Yeah, they only have. They can't even get their LBs off right now.
Dude, they only have DPS. That's not really gonna
Someone has to jump on the
work.
Monk trying to get on. He might get pushed out here. It's taking a lot of damage.
It's not conducive to a good team comp. Whether the class matters or not, dude, you have a tank and a healer on your team, you're screwed.
Summoner gets bound and knocked back, so unable to make it to the crystal on time. So team holding W will take the win for that.
But they didn't get
Holding W, really
to
great job. They absolutely
the spot.
conquered that match. So I'm impressed by that. I am. I was really hoping.
Do you think
Chickens
they
would
held
lose
W?
there. But unfortunately, I guess I can't do it. I can't do it. It hurts. I know it's Father's Day, but I just can't do it.
Dad joke. We need some dad jokes.
Yeah. And by the way, real quick, for anyone watching, that any fathers out there, happy Father's Day to all of you. I hope you guys are enjoying your time, kicking back and relaxing.
That's right. Happy Father's Day to my dad. And all dads out there, happy Father's Day to young Christian Wolf, my brother.
So our next map is actually going to be
Who
Clockwork Castletown.
Played a role in birthing my nephew.
In terms of map mechanics.
It's true. I never thought about it like that.
I say played a role because he was not the one who gave birth.
Mat flips in the middle of the arena. We're
That I just remembered. I didn't even send Katie Happy Mother's Day. I should have done that. I completely just didn't think of it.
They're about the same size.
Sorry, Katie.
And then we're going to see gold drop on the floor. If they collect that, they'll get LBs a lot quicker. And we're also going to see these little hidden passageways that they can kind of teleport around. So there's a lot.
That was a much more even battle between those two teams, though.
I don't know if he even said.
I just don't think.
Yeah, he spins around. Yeah,
he does.
I don't think that an all DPS team is gonna ever beat a team with a tank and a healer. It just doesn't work that way because they have nobody to heal them.
It looks like they're keeping the same lineup, if I remember right here, with team Crazy Thursday, and I believe this is the same lineup as well for Holding W.
Wait, you can
major changes.
You can change your class. Interesting.
Oh man,
I have another information about Holding W.
I thought you were stuck.
Yeah, they played in Community Cup, the last SE tournament, but their name was Holding L instead.
I thought they.
So maybe they're
I assumed that once you chose a class, that was the class you were going to use for the entirety of the match.
To that, maybe they're a little bit more ambitious.
Yeah, it's funny because that name can mean two things, like holding W as in like you're holding the W key forward, but maybe it means holding a win.
Holding L doesn't make sense in that same phrase. But we'll see if they can actually again move forward here to the next round. Man, I'm really hoping we can see some DPS go out here from the Chickens. I'm just gonna call them the Chickens. I know they're Crazy Thursday.
Oh yeah, it looks like Cool Cat is gonna be the first target. Gets guard in time, but taking so much damage.
Nope,
Guard is
gone.
not gonna save you there. Goes down right away. Looks like they're gonna go for a next target. It might be the summoner. They have a ton of MP, but you know, all it takes is a little bit of CC, crowd control, stuns like that, and the player will go down.
Yeah, had this very strong start for Holding W here. Taking down 2 of their players. It looks like a third here.
I'm curious about. I'm trying to see why are they're spending so much time on this monk.
Might as well just die as soon as possible
They're almost
if you're not
exclusively just sitting on this monk for some reason.
Yeah, looks like they're trying to chase
I'd
the
like to
monk
see
down. Monk
the
is super
summoner.
low, goes down as well. Cool Cat jumping back on after dying first. Has a lot of MP, gets some shield, some support. They're trying to stay on point. They're using their resources.
Because like
to
I'm
try and
seeing,
live, but it's not working out
I'm
too well
seeing
for them right now.
Black Mage, but like I don't see much coming from the summoners.
But usually I would think getting a full regroup so you could win.
Like I'm not literally seeing anything being summoned.
But we are going to have a lot of LBs up on side of Holding W before we see those LBs up for Crazy Thursday. We do see the parade coming out, so we're going to see a robot make its way over. Fireworks are being shot out now. I don't know if the parade is going to make too much of a difference because Holding W is standing pretty firm, taking down their members kind of one by one here.
Yeah, super dominant. Holding W doing the
There we go.
We're gonna get the monk down here. We're already seeing close to the end of the match here. The
Oh, we do have a mini. Salem got minied here.
Oh god, he has to be careful. Yeah.
And
there's another gaze attack directly at the checkpoint at the end mark. Everyone has to turn around or become mini. They get 2 minis on Team Crazy Thursday. Their Samurai and Summoner will be taking additional damage. They might go down really.
Oh, there's Bahamut.
They do have a mini. Russell is a mini.
I mean, here's the thing.
On Team Holding W. So
Your PvP palette is very different from your PvE palette. You actually have to set it up by going to the Wolf's Den, I think. That's the only place you can actually set up your PvP moveset outside of a match.
If the monk goes down,
so
push the checkpoint to the end.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I mean they're gonna have to.
It may not. I mean, it might be more streamlined for summoners, but I honestly don't know.
I mean, it's pretty close to their base, but it's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of work.
I mean, they were never gonna win. I even called that. I said they're not gonna win when the other team has a tank and a healer. Like, that's just the way it's gonna be. That's balanced.
Cat just kind of living as long as they can over in that point, giving some pressure over the Russell too. They have to get. The thing is, when they kind of drip in like this, their focus needs to be get a kill, get 1 kill, and eventually they have to run so far to get back to the.
Like, look at that. The healers is just. It's just dominating, getting that tank right back up.
But nope, Samurai saved their limit break for now. But they're taking massive damage. Here comes more limit breaks. Red Mage LB doing a ton of damage. Cool Cat goes down. They might.
And there it goes. There's game. Oh man, I told you, man. I called it. You can't go up against a team that has a tank and a healer with full DPS. That just, the hell is they thinking? That's common sense. They had 1 kill. Crazy Thursday had 1 kill.
They did a good job. I mean, they weren't like an instant rollover here. So it was an exciting match.
Yeah, at the end.
I wouldn't say that was exciting. They were more balanced. They definitely gave them a run for their money, but
you know, I'm kind of getting.
They were never gonna beat them.
Hunger for fried chicken right now.
Oh my goodness.
I think I need some fried chicken. But no, man, that was really cool.
Dude, is that Frosty's like custom jacket? Because it kind of looks sick. That's a pretty sick jacket if that's like his custom jacket.
The viewers will likely know that now. When we go into these next matchups, we're going to go to the other bracket here and see who wins to go forward to the next quarterfinals. But facing off against each other is going to be Excalibros. Or actually, I'm sorry, Gnosis. It's going to be Gnosis versus Holding W, which is going to be a pretty exciting matchup.
Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on that matchup before we go into?
Yeah, because Gnosis actually had a tank on their team and a healer. So if they stay with the similar comp,
really strong. It could go
if they stay with the similar comp, then they're going to be fine.
It could go anyway.
It's going to be a pretty solid game.
Again, whoever wins that lights the fan fest. So that's really
Dude, the background is not a perfect loop, and it just bugs the crap out of me. You see it starting over? That's awful. That looks terrible.
the events. We saw Wolfus come out as kind of a newer team. That
Wolfus,
completely
Squatless,
dominated,
4
they're
Clover, and Solar.
extremely strong team.
Squatless.
Squatless, I'm familiar with some of their members.
All right,
I'm
I'll be
not
right
as
back.
familiar
Just gonna
with
bring
them
this back to the
overall
kitchen.
As a team, though, are you familiar with Squatless?
Same as you. I've seen them in solo queue, but I've never seen Squatless play as a team yet. So this is gonna be super exciting to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they're probably the underdog in this matchup. You know, it's unfortunate they haven't been doing their squats because they're gonna need their strength. You know, they're gonna need that core strength there.
Absolutely. I'm so curious about the comps here. Like, what are people gonna run?
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. You never know, man. After yesterday seeing 4 healers, I expected it.
Yeah, I don't
thought
think anyone expected that. Chat was going crazy too about that.
Yeah, they were absolute. I'm glad because I mean that was inventive. It was something that we don't normally see, and it worked really well. And I did speak with them afterwards, and they're like, "Yeah, that is a serious contender for a compliment that could be used because it's an extremely strong one."
Yeah, and that's a team that's going to FanFest, so they could bring that to stage.
I gotta see if they don't bring it on stage. I'm gonna be real mad. But yeah, the portraits here for Wolfus and Squatless, pretty good portraits here. You know, pretty good. I don't think they have any deep G posing going. They don't have a lot of glamour coordination on Wolfus here, but they have the golden. They have some characters.
Animals.
It looks like it looks animals. They have the frog.
Mascots?
They have a ghost. They have a Namazu. They have a golden elephant. What is that? A orange tonberry?
Gold.
I think.
Yeah, that's a metallic gold. It looks
Metallic
like.
gold. Okay. And then we have a couple of players over in the background that don't shine as much as the other ones. And then we have Squatless doing squats actually in their portrait. They're liars. They're not squatless. What is up with that? All right. Photo evidence. All right. So you know what? Let's go ahead and figure out what these stages are. Aya, can you help us out with that?
Yes, I am ready to go. My hand is already on the box. Okay, so here we go. Not wasting any time.
Okay.
Also, for squatless, like I'm looking at the portraits while I'm choosing this. Like it's kind of insane that they said squatless, but they're doing squats.
Yeah. They're lying.
But yeah, we actually have Volcanic Heart for their first round. Volcanic
Okay.
Heart. All right. And then next.
Good, good.
Let's see. I want this one. This is gonna be Clockwork Castletown for their second round.
This is, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Next.
I was hoping for something a little more exciting. Like watching StarCraft 2 this morning was more exciting than this.
Round 3 if it gets to round
Just because
We have
you
all
can
of
tell which teams are gonna dominate.
Non-basic maps, I would say. Non-basic maps.
AKA the teams with tanks and healers. That's who's gonna dominate. And you know they are. So it's like, you know, you can call it. But with these two teams, Gnosis and Holding W, they are both teams that use tanks and healers. So, and I overheard that whole like 4 healers thing. I guess it worked clearly. It probably has to be specifically 4 healers. I imagine it was like, you know, specifically the different classes. Because I don't remember how many healer classes there are. How many healer classes are there? There's 4. So you only get the 4. I wonder if they actually did all 4 different ones or if they just did 4 of the same class, which I don't think you can do 4 of the same class, but I could be wrong. They got 2. They got 2 healers. Okay, so that might be possible. Okay, so they balanced out. But that might actually be possible to work because they have 2 healers, they sacrifice the tank for another healer, and then the rest are all DPS. So that might work. Maybe not. If the tank really focuses down the healers on Wolfus, then could be a situation that they might not be able to get themselves out of. But that would be Squatless's first first mode of action, is just to focus the healers down, because they've got 2 of them, and that could be a problem.
Really engagement, but it all comes down to how they want to coordinate. Like we said earlier, Squatless is a group of like solo queue players. A team at Wolfus here, we've seen them play in community tournaments before, so they are a bit of a fan favorite for this tournament.
Well, I mean, they were kind of the same story, though. I mean, they were just really good players that were all playing together, so it could be a similar situation. Claire going down so quick, though. Holy crud. They almost got down USADA here on Wolfus. Claire, unfortunately, going down. But, yeah, that was a rough
That was 100-0. Seriously, really strong coordination. Athena going down net. This is going
Looks like it's working. Looks like it's more strong. More strong. It looks like it's stronger.
Run away, but this is a little rough situation when there's so much crowd control and damage coming out.
Yeah, Wolf is being completely ferocious here, just taking them down early on. We could see them.
Yeah, the 2 healers is really strong, it seems. Which is probably why the 4 healer worked out so well for whatever team they were talking about.
Which is the smart decision.
That's probably why it worked out so well, because there's 4 healers.
Really good White Mage LB,
and there's only 5 total. If you have a strong DPS, then it's not going to matter.
So we're in a 4v4. The team Wolfus is going to see on point. They use their own White Mage LB, so they have some temperance boosts right now and some boosts from balance as well.
Yeah, they traded 1 for 1 here.
Damage.
Yeah, that was a trade there. Both White Mage LBs being used. We do have a Dragoon LB coming up soon. The Monk LB is coming up very soon. And the Red Mage, so there could be an LB advantage just for a minor moment.
So it looks like a lot of the action is based around your limit break.
Going out doing lots of damage on Jung here.
Oh, there goes Jung. He's down.
Oh, the Red Mage about to die as well, unfortunately, though.
So it's, again, trade for 1 for 1.
That was a good trade.
Lots of trades coming out, but Wolf is still like having the crystal onto the enemy side, so they're still in a bit of an advantage here, even though we're in a 4v4. Astro Limit Break coming out, more damage boost coming. Who are they going to go for?
Oh, there goes. Oh, Squatless just got dunked on right there.
So they're going to try and run, but the crystal has been broken, and the volcano is exploding, so they got to worry about that as well.
Yeah, the volcano exploding right now. When they get over near the base, I can't remember if there's a firebomb right at the exit here, or at least the finish point. I don't think there is, so they should be able to be safe kind of fighting
here.
You're
going to be on point right now. Oh my god, 99.4. That was super close. They have Velo on point, but they have very little resources. Claire jumping on next, has guard, but if Claire goes down, this will be the end, and Wolfus will win this match.
Yeah, Wolfus is extremely close to winning. They are just going to have to...
That 2 healer comp really worked out for him, and I figured it might, but...
Congratulations, Wolfus, for winning the volcanic cart here. Really strong play by
Only
them.
2 kills off of Squatless.
Definitely doing a really good job there. They were able to get a couple of kills in some of those team matches that kind of push it forward. But Wolfus definitely dominated most of that match.
Yeah, I will also add that Wolfus played it a little bit safe there. There were moments where they could have totally pushed into spawn, but they just regrouped as 5 on the crystal and played it a little bit more safer and not take so much risky plays and jumping.
A little bit more safer is not a sentence, just like when I said
just really,
a little more strong. That one's more of a sentence than a little more safer. Safer implies more, so... Nah, I get it. I'm just busting his balls. So, yeah, I mean, okay, it's not that bad to watch. It's very hard to watch because it's nothing but pixelation all over the screen. Because there's so many effects, it can't handle it. But I really, oh man, I really hope that they actually, like, move to YouTube or something, because this looks terrible. Like, the pixelation's awful. It does not play well with this game. And I know that with my connection as well. I'm still kind of thinking about whether or not I should pay the extra $20 a month to get slightly better internet. I'm only getting 10 megabits of upload. if I buy the next package up. And that would allow me to go up to 1440p, which obviously I don't play at because this is a 1080p screen, but I could at least stream it at 1440p, 30 FPS, which would allow for more bitrate. Now it's either that or I continue to stream at 1080p, just throw a bunch of higher bitrate into that. Because I did a test one night. I think I'd put up a private stream so I could test, and I threw more bitrate at the stream than was allowed technically by the stream key, and YouTube didn't complain. So I was like, oh, I think it only complains when you use the default keys.
How aggressive they are. I would think Wolfus wants to start this immediately. We do see them running in and putting pressure on.
Claire's the first target again.
Yep. Poor Claire, man.
You know, if I wanted to stream at 4K,
Beautiful
I'd have to go up all the way up to a gigabit connection, which I would love.
There's nothing you can do about that. You cannot purify the
But the problem is that
if it's on you, you're gonna die.
I don't know if that would be enough.
They're doing a lot of good mat flips, but no one's being flipped, unfortunately. We see him running across it. Oh, we do see a flip on Sato, unfortunately. Doing some damage, but they're able to get back.
4K 30 is between 13 and 34 megabits per second. 13? I could do 4K at 13?
They could go for more kills where they're gonna regroup on the crystal.
That seems...
Yeah,
that's what 1440p 30 FPS tops out at.
To go for this next engagement. It's going to be whoever plays that properly. The rest of the LBs won't be ready for the next.
But 4K can go as low as 13. That can't possibly look good.
Going off right now.
Wow. I don't know. Squatless getting a nicer LB.
Huh.
They're hitting all 5 members. But
strange. Anyway.
Goes down right after. This is a really rough situation for Team Squatless because if they go down here, this could be the end.
Yeah,
well, it probably is.
It's getting really close to it, at least. They're taking one member down at a time. Again, the base is pretty close. They can just kind of run back in there, but they have to do a lot of holding the point.
Dude, that double heals is really doing Wolfus favors.
Gonna go down here, guaranteed.
Oh, is there anyone
Squatless didn't stand a chance here.
Almost there, but dying.
Nope, it's over. It's over. There's only one left on Squatless.
Guard immediately. But it's so long before Claire can get back on that point. They have to get out there somehow.
Nope.
Claire's so...
That was easy for them. Well, I guess we're going to have to wait until the better teams face off against each other. So that way maybe we can actually see some like balanced fights. Because I mean that double healer really, that's strong for some reason. I was sure that a tank healer would beat out 2 healers, but I was wrong. I guess not. So that's a bit unfortunate.
It's okay. It's a good team. They showed their force and they definitely deserve to win there.
Yeah. Like you said earlier, we'd never seen Wolfus play in a tournament before the one they won.
Yeah.
So yeah. We envisioned them as an underdog team before, but look at them. They won
not anymore
tournament and they're stomping here.
Yeah, they are not an underdog team anymore, I would think. So, well, we are about to enter in our last match of the ones before the quarterfinals happen. Which is going to be 4 Clover versus Solar. Now, we're going to see how these teams actually play out. Do you have anything about these teams that you can share?
How many viewers they got? Just under 2.
We have their mottos.
I guess, yeah, we could talk about their mottos here. Well, let's talk about their portraits. Let's see, we can go get this in touch with it. 4 Clover put a lot of work, it looks like.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool shot.
So we got to give them a thumbs up for that at least, right? Their motto is "It's over," which, you know, I was trying to think about that before it started. It's like 4 Clovers is here. It's over. It's over for.
That's a bit generic.
So I guess that's.
It's over for Clover.
It's over for Clover. It's the only thing I can get with that. But they're coming in pretty strong here. We have a nice screenshot for
I
Solar.
mean, maybe it would work if
and
their
what
name was
Solar's
Foreclosure, but you know.
The power of the sun and the palm of my hand.
Oh, okay.
Spider-Man
Yeah,
reference.
that's not generic at all.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a Spider-Man reference. It's Dr. Ock.
Isn't it? Am I wrong?
Spider-Man 2.
Am I
I
wrong?
don't know, but
It's Doc
makes
Ock
sense.
saying that.
Solar, sun, power.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's for the people who are old enough to be around during the other Spider-Man movies, I guess. Yeah. So definitely excited to see what they can do. I don't know enough about these teams, so I'm kind of going into this as like almost like a mystery of a sort of how this is going to turn out.
Oh, we have seen some members from Solar play in the Community Cup before, so they may have a little bit more of an advantage of having some tournament experience, but maybe not as a full team, but you know, some of their members have experience.
Well, I do know. You know what? I'm trying to think if we're going to do it just by the names here. Foreclover is rare. Solar is the sun. Foreclover.
I'm glad
grows
that my
because of sunlight,
my
so
trailer
Foreclover
reaction
dog
actually
is
got as many views as it's got like 47 views, which is pretty cool.
Reaching.
I'm trying to figure
My
out something
Final
about
Fantasy
that,
graphics
right?
versus performance has almost 300 views. That's
but
sick.
It's going to be exciting either way.
My shorts are kind of getting less and less views. It's weird. They started off strong and then they kind of just tapered off.
Not in particular.
Not entirely sure why, but
Because they have
I can't control what people like to watch.
lineup of people. They have 7 members, I believe.
Okay.
So they
Nice.
can,
Nice to see chapter 1 of my audiobook series actually got
All right.
more views than the
Man,
first chapter, but that's
well,
okay.
besides
That's
that,
kind of I was kind of hoping that would
I'm very
happen.
excited to know what maps we're going to see. Can we summon Aya here and find out what the maps are?
Absolutely.
They just summon her.
Go ahead and see where we're going to be taking these competitors, shall we? All right, here we go. Just as a refresher, can you two talk about which ones are gonna, what do you call it? Which ones represents which?
Sure, I'd love to do this. So I believe we have the Mandrago, if I can even say that right, Mandra, being the Cloud9, the best map in PvP, because it's greenery, it makes sense, grass all around there. We have the Volcanic Heart be represented by the Chocobo, because of the red Chocobo, of course, the infamous red Chocobo. Then we have the Namasu representing the Clockwork Castle Town. They could line up pretty much with the expansion and everything else in the theme. For Stormblood.
There she is.
And then we
she's a
have
voice
the
actress
Moogle
too.
for
This
the
chick right here.
Playstra.
Thank you for that explanation. I'm gonna go ahead. I was just waiting because like I was
Senior
like,
community relations rep at Square Enix.
talking just to make it more fair. We
Put
got.
the Cloud9s on top.
Yeah. I mean, Cloud9 is going to be the first round, so you.
That is a woman, by the way.
All right, let's get another one.
Oh my God.
That is just I've never seen a woman with a Adam's apple that big. No lie. So that's why I was like,
Cloud9.
I mean, it could be a possibility, honestly, but I think that
It's the dream.
I mean, according to her LinkedIn profile,
Okay.
Castletown.
according to her
Second favorite,
LinkedIn
so
profile,
okay with
it's
that.
she says she her. So
And then let's see for number 3 who we get.
I assume so. Sounds like a woman anyway. Also because her voice is normal sounding. I think if it was a trans woman, then it would be a little bit deeper. But then again, hormones do crazy shit. So
Matches are good at least, because we know for sure we're gonna get some interesting mechanics. On
that's
the
cool though.
map,
She's a voice actress. I wonder what does she
Playstra,
play any
again,
characters?
It has its place, but
Let me check IMDb.
you don't get to see any crazy map mechanics. But yeah, Brian, are you excited to see these maps? What are your thoughts on them?
Montoya.
Super excited to see what they're gonna bring here. Getting a little sneak peek. I do see a little bit of a mirror
Nope.
match.
Not on IMDb. So she's probably in some like
I wonder if they're gonna bring that inside.
low key stuff.
Oh, I'm assuming so. Yeah. So yeah, that'd be interesting to see what they actually do here on the first map. Nothing like too crazy, but
That says community relations. I wonder if that's just like a fancy way of saying community manager.
But I think people just have certain jobs they like to play, and they feel pretty one-sided towards that. So.
There's just so many jobs in the game. It's hard to get like a full.
There's a lot of jobs in the game now. So I finally took the time to update my LinkedIn profile. Finally. Didn't take very long, but I had to swap over Gamer's platform to Full Spectrum, and I'm actually starting to post over there now too. So anytime I post like a new video, for the most part, not all of them, but you know, I do have to actually like post the new ones that I put out yesterday. I probably won't post every single video over there, but ones like my graphics comparison video, I definitely think those types of informational videos would be best suited to be over there, which I'm more akin to doing. And if you didn't watch that video, I will be putting out another one for the Lies of P. I actually really enjoyed kind of going through, seeing the differences. I just got to figure out some sort of way to do the Lies of P to kind of show off the differences. Luckily, the Lies of P demo is mostly gameplay and not there's really, I don't think there's any cutscenes except for the very beginning. So, unlike Final Fantasy 16 demo, I will, it'll be a little bit more of an actual comparison as opposed to the 16 demo, which was predominantly at the beginning. The first 40 minutes was like mostly cutscenes. Lies of P, do you play, or have you played any Souls games, or no? I can't remember.
They're about to start the engagement.
I think you
here.
played Sekiro, didn't you? Because that game's definitely up your alley. I mean, it's Japanese, so I figured that'd be your thing, but... All right, so we got to balance teams here. Warrior, White Mage. Up. Four Clover just lost their tank.
Down here for Four Clover, a very good jump in there. He almost got McCoy, but he held on.
Super scary.
Monk Summoner and I don't remember that one. They got a Samurai.
White Mage goes down, and they're going for the Dragoon next. Dragoon's getting super low. They have a lot of MP. The crystal's being pushed. It might get to the 50% here.
Yeah, they're getting.
I do wonder what the prize is for winning this whole thing.
Really good kill on a couple of players.
You know, when they go to Las Vegas for Fan Festival 2023.
They have to wait, and so they're just kind of.
Neo, right? You played Neo, yeah.
Sweeping the crowd while they're waiting, I guess, for their team to regroup.
Oh, I see. Okay, I was like, why are they standing there?
But they could. I mean, there's still a chance here.
Right, Neo was your jam.
Use their LBs. The White Mage LB might be ready. I think it will be ready for the next engagement, but they are going up against another White Mage LB.
Yeah, dude, the demo. I don't know if you played the demo for Lies of P. It's very good. Like even on 30 FPS cap, the input latency is next to non-existent. It feels really good to play, and it looks amazing. Like atmospheric-wise, it looks gorgeous.
Right here, they are putting a lot of pressure on Solar, trying to get the Monk down. Fortunately, not able to do it. They did take down the Dragoon here for Four Clover. Yeah, it's snowballing at this moment. They're not able to stay up. The Warriors doing everything they can to get back up.
And it doesn't matter.
Though, and unfortunately,
that was quick.
Clover does not win.
That was quick.
To Solar here. Solar. Yep.
9 kills to 1.
Really strong showcase for them too. Solar coming in very dominant for that match. I mean, I feel bad. Yeah. Four Clover definitely doing everything they can to stay in there. We didn't even get to see the tornadoes, though.
I think it was just about to come up at the end there, but yeah.
Oh, wait, that's right. You haven't played
it's
15.
Okay. There's still another match for them to go through. It's not 100% over yet.
Then you will try Neo? What do you mean? You just said you played it.
Another fun match.
You talk about Neo 2?
We can see if what their comp, layout actually works for them. Having the, the Warriors are going to have some fun, hopefully, with pulling some people into some match. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Shenmue 3. How much of a freaking slog is that? Because after seeing the reviews on it, I was like, whew, man, that is a game stuck in the past. I'll tell you what. Oh, you tried beating it. Okay. Oh, you've played 15. So you're just going to go back and play more of it? Have you played all the extra episodes? Because I haven't. I beat it that one time and that was it. I really like that game alone. I should definitely go back and play that at some point. 15 was such a good game. I hate people who say it was bad. It doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, though. It's Shenmue 3 is very clearly a product of its time, and it's stuck in the past because that's what people knew it as. The reason that Shenmue was so innovative back in the day was because there was nothing like it. And it really opened up the idea of open world, because open world didn't really exist back then. But now ever since Shenmue 2, like, there have been so many open world titles that do it better that people are like, what is this? What is this Shenmue 3? Like, why is it so old? And the voice acting, why couldn't they just do better at the voice acting?
Waiting for
it was so bad.
Yes. This engagement is probably going to be in the corner right in front of the shortcut, but
yeah, I don't know if I actually would play. I don't know if I'd play this PvP. I think I would stick to just the bigger team battles. That's always been my thing anyway, because the bigger team battles they're actually way more fun. Because, you know, I actually, as a not very good PvP gamer in MMOs, I can actually catch somebody out by themselves if they aren't aware of my presence. I've been able to do that. I actually, you know, I feel good about it. They get true to form, like everything. It's what the fans wanted. I mean, is it though? Because it seems like a lot of the, you know, even a lot of the fans had some negative stuff to say about it.
Meet this early.
I just think we're all spoiled with the modern game mechanics that have come from that era of gaming. You know, Shenmue set the stage for open world, and then other developers just innovated on top of that in terms of story, pacing, game mechanics, all that stuff. And Shenmue 3 just kind of like stuck in the past, you know. But the voice acting, they could have done so much better on that. I don't know why it's so bad. Like, it's like the actors didn't even want to be there.
Clover's attempts to regroup.
Yeah, this is it's not looking good for.
I mean, if I was to play those games, I'd play it in Chinese. I'd play it in the original Chinese because it probably would sound better to me.
A really nasty situation. They have their own LBs, but it comes down to.
Speaking of Chinese, I can't wait for Black Myth Wukong. That game is going to be so good. I just have a feeling. It's taking a while to get here, but it's probably not a bad thing because the gameplay they showed off was a bit rough around the edges. They need to clean it up.
There was nothing they could do there really other than use their own LBs first.
Yeah, that's real unfortunate. I mean, they're gonna have.
Dude, Solar is destroying 4 Clover.
You see them trying to stop them moving in. Judas is in here right now, barely making it on, right at 96%. They have a lot of work to do.
It was just Rio.
Getting Sunyata super low, but unable to get the kill.
I mean, he was always really bad. Great anime-based voice acting, extremely. That's not even like, that's coding it. That's like,
really good because they're
that's like sugarcoating it.
Well, maybe not. Maybe they won't fall back.
It was really bad. It was like very early U.S. dubbing 1980s anime bad.
They do get the summoner down.
Nice.
So, but they lost their.
They hired the same guy, didn't they? Right? It was the same guy. Because if they changed it, it wouldn't have been the same for people who actually liked it. They probably would have been super disappointed if it wasn't the same actor.
Yeah, losing Teapot Sniffer here now. But McCoy almost going down. Nope, very unfortunate. They were able to take down the Samurai. And now the Ninja for 4 Clover. Again, looking into a dire situation for 4 Clover.
No.
Those Clovers are being plucked, man. We're about to be done.
No, they only have the White Mage here on the Crystal Guard wearing up. White Mage is going to go down here most likely.
Same guy, I figured.
Yeah, using all they have, using all they heals.
It sounded like it, so.
Using the Cure too, but they live really long there, but.
They're getting dunked on here. 4 Clovers out.
Yeah, really unfortunate.
They don't even have anything to come back with. They don't have any limit breaks.
Solar, using them to completely blast into 4 Clover here.
They might be able to stall it, but they won't be able to.
I have no advice for them.
It's what, a 10-second cooldown?
They're only LB
respawn,
up right now, Dragoon, so Dragoon
which
might go
is
in the air.
really
Dragoon's going
long.
into the air. Will they get some damage here at least?
I think they're just trying to hold the crystal a little bit.
They're giving them a run for their money, that's for sure, but...
So they are really still trying to go forward here. They have to, again, get back on point. Lazy, was it Lazy, or is it Lasward? Lasward, sorry, Lasward. Holding on.
Teapot Sniffer.
Again, one after another.
That's a good name.
Away from overtime.
It's a tank on 4 Clover side.
All soon, they will lose.
Teapot Sniffer.
Judas going for the LB, getting a little bit damaged, going super low, but Team Solar is actually having a hard time getting them all down.
Based in the Virtua Fighter series, it was. You know, I thought that kind of.
Oh, they were so close. They were right there.
Oh!
But not on point in time.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
Oh,
they lost either way.
And the only reason I'm saying this is because I'm pretty sure they wanted to say it.
I had a feeling that just the look of Shenmue really kind of screamed Virtua Fighter, but I wasn't sure. Like, wasn't it the same company? I don't think it was, right? They just had that idea, or they kind of just like. I mean, that might have been more interesting, but you know, hey, here's the thing. Given the world that we live in right now, with all the simulation games, bus driver simulation, Euro Truck Simulator, all that stuff. Shenmue started that, you know, with the freaking forklift simulator. So, I mean, it can work. It can work in today's day and age, right? I don't see why not. They could just make a Shenmue forklift simulator. It was Sega. Right. I think Virtua Fighter actually was Sega. Yeah, it was. Okay. And Sega made Shenmue. So, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, and I genuinely had that feeling. I'm like, you know, when I thought about it one day, I'm looking at this like, man, that really kind of looks like Virtua Fighter, like a same graphic style. Same type of character design and whatnot, and that makes sense. That explains it. Paid homage to Virtua Fighter. I am at a warehouse where the name Virtua Fighter was on the side of the building. Why would it be on the side of a building? Oh, man. Okay. They have forklift races? I actually don't remember that. I just remember picking boxes up, driving them over, dropping them down, going back, picking up more boxes. Like I said, there's shit like Euro Truck Simulator, so why wouldn't that work, right? Shenmue 1 would work in today's gaming landscape because that's what it has in it. The fact that you can get a job as a forklift operator and that's what you do. People would eat that shit up. I mean, I like Farming Simulator. I tried it once. I'm like, I can see this being very therapeutic. I don't know what it is, but like, this is pretty cool. Successful in Shenmue is crazy. I mean, tell me about it. Are they leaving? What the hell happened? Oh, taking a break. What's Shroud doing? He's on. Dude, this guy will not get off of Diablo. Oh, now I get an ad, but I don't get an ad over here? Why? Because they're not partnered or something? Probably. Oh, did you guys hear about this? They removed over 200 cars from Grand Theft Auto Online just so they could sell them back to you. That's fucked up. That's probably the worst move Rockstar's made other than just putting shark cards in their game anyway. Like, kudos to them for literally making every single update in Grand Theft Auto Online for free. That's huge, especially for a huge developer like that. You know, No Man's Sky developer did that anyway. But Rockstar in no way, shape, or form had to do that. They could have been total dicks about it and just sold us every expansion, but they just like, you know, here's all the stuff. So, you know, good on them for giving away the expansions for free, but at the same time, that's a dick move. So now, if I go back to Grand Theft Auto Online, are my two... I only had 2 cars. Are they going to be there? Because they're pretty basic cars. To make money, I can do forklift, woodcutting, gambling, running a gambling game, catch ducks, go fishing, picking herbs to sell and trade. And that's just to make money. I mean, Shenmue in its own right is literally a simulation game. That's all it is. What the hell's going on with World of Warcraft? What are they doing? I actually used to watch World of Warcraft PvP.
Special forever is you try to grip people in, you know, and get them
This stuff is actually not too bad. It's not as bombastic as Final Fantasy 14 PvP.
Cinder Ghost, get the triple deep breath, triple fist of fury, just
like it's definitely not as bombastic just because the dude, he's got his cat in the background. Ooh, look at this. They have an extension. That's so cool. Because at least in World of Warcraft, you can actually see what's going on, and it's only 3v3. It's not 5v5 or 6v6. So you can at least see what's going on. But I don't know. Final Fantasy is a spectacle, man.
Open here. Liquid.
They're way more fun thing to watch.
Meta. Is it going to work? Already sapping Mez, blind on Sea-Doo, triple crowd control from Peekaboo. Look at this initiation.
Oh yeah,
Everybody
Rogue is not powerful at all.
But he does ultimately connect that time dilation. He does get feared for a quarter. They're waiting for that time dilation. Trying to bait some trinkets. They're not finding it. Sea-Doo just spelling off the dots. Trill connecting onto WizK. Peekaboo in stealth, away from the fight. Doesn't want to stack up and get cleaved with the Shadow Priest. So he's going to wait in stealth for a moment of opportunity. Wait for the DRs. Goes for a gouge. Another cheap shot on the Fist of Fury.
Golden Guardians I've never heard of.
Control right now. Trill immediately trinketing and trading Touch of Karma and Diffuse. Now trying to get offensive. Double leg sweep. Double Cindergosa. Blinding Sleet is bouncing. Massive damage incoming from Mez. Sleep on the Absturge by Sea-Doo. And can they close out a kill? They get Dispersion and Evasion. They're swapping to the healer and the strangulate, possibly. No, still sticking on to Peekaboo through the evasion. He's stunned up. Is he going to go down? He's got She Death. They've got Spear Link. He's so low. They're holding on to it. They're greedy. They get a kidney shot now onto Trill. Cheap onto Sea-Doo into a silence. Are they going to...
See, these are way better commentators. he is a really good commentator. He's just rattling off everything. He knows everything that's going on. These people over here, they are amateur for sure. For sure. Whore and whore. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to call people as I see them. It is, and exploration is wild. Check very many different drawers, store counters, shop fronts, the ground, and the plethora of moves is astounding. I'm going to be on the lookout for... When's the fan festival? Fan Fest. There's the website right there. fanfest.finalfantasy14.com. Close this. This is a teaser trailer. All right, so it's in July 28th, 29th. And then they're in London in October. And then in January, they'll be in Tokyo. Dude, one of these years I'm going to go to this. I have to go to a game convention at some point in my fucking life, man. And the closest one is Boston. But this is like Final Fantasy everything. I would go to this if they have, like, sellers there. I would literally buy so much shit. Figurines, if they got figurines there, which I imagine they probably do. They've got... The cosplay thing is cool. I mean, some people go all out, which is, you know, crazy. But I'd probably be more... Oh, look at this. They actually have, like, past sites in the archive. But, yeah, I would go there with a couple $1,000 just because I knew I'd be buying, like, a whole bunch of stuff. All right, there's the regional championship here. What do we got for prizes here? Doesn't say. Registration Sunday, open until Sunday, May 7th. So registrations are done, obviously, which makes sense. To learn more about the tournament. So we're watching the quarterfinals right now. Semifinals and finals are on July 29th. Prizing. There we go. Finally. We had to go through 10 freaking pages. $22,500. That's not bad. Plus a trophy, in-game achievement, and in-game title.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Crystalline
That's the winning team. So $22,000 to split among 5 people.
Really, really crazy ones.
That's pretty good.
like
$4,000 per person-ish.
Especially too.
Is it 4?
Yeah.
Well, more from you two. I want to know what you both think so far from the matches.
Okay, just over $5,000. Or I'm sorry.
So, like all of these
Divided by
teams
5,
have
not 4.
done a really
Yeah,
good,
$4,500 per
strong showcase of
person.
Their abilities, the winning teams, right? They're coming off and they're doing
For
an amazing job
$4,500.
coordinating
That's a
very well.
month's worth of work for
A
me.
couple of close matches, but a lot of them were kind of favored skill-wise. It seemed like, and so now.
Oh, now
these
they're
favored
actually
teams are
advertising
gonna be fighting
Turbo.
teams
No
that were
thanks.
favored in their previous matches, right? Where they were really strong. And so strong.
I refuse to give Twitch any money. They don't deserve it. Not if, you know, not if they're going to treat streamers like this. They're lucky I even use their platform. But did you guys see, first and foremost, XQC got signed. I think we talked about that already on my birthday. But now, not that it matters to me, but Amaranth got signed for some reason. She's a talentless hack. I don't understand why anybody gives her any money or watches her in the first place. Oh wait, I know. Her tits. Which you can see for free on the internet. You don't have to pay her shit. Okay, I just noticed that I accidentally... There we go. Sorry. But it still feels like tank controls. Oh, it is. Absolutely. Well, yeah, Mixer... That's why I was disappointed when Mixer actually went under, because that was... I wanted to go there permanently. And, yeah. Then they died. Almost immediately after I joined. That was disappointing, to say the least. So what you're saying now, I've gone to Kick. But what you're saying in terms of like what they're doing is you're saying that they're grabbing up all the big streamers. They're like spending a ton of money on these big streamers. And we talked about this at length on Friday. I just don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good move. We watched Ludwig's video where he talked about the whole thing. I just don't think it's a good business decision to be throwing money like this. That's why when Tim actually came over to YouTube, I was like, good move. That was a good move. Just because, I mean, they hadn't gone to 50-50, I think, at that point. Not yet. That was after the fact that he moved to YouTube. But, like, I guarantee you, if that had happened while he was still on Twitch, he would have immediately left. Like, business-wise, it's a really bad decision. They're just spending money left and right. $100 million for XQC? Are you insane? Like, yeah, his audience over here on Twitch was like 45,000 minimum per stream. But Kick's system couldn't handle the amount of people he was getting, so I never saw how many people he actually, like, was streaming to. I never saw it. Look at that. He's already almost at 250,000 followers. But 30,000 views. Okay, he got 43,000 views. And more than likely nobody... Oh, that was for like 2 minutes. Okay, so this was like... So combining these two, he got like 73,000 views total within 2 sessions. That's weird though. I swear to God it was longer than... Like he was playing Rocket League. Whatever. Anyway. So clearly, his fans are going with him. I don't think they're all going to go with him, but a large majority have. And good for him, but I just don't think that them spending that much money just to get him was a good idea at all. They should have seen what Mixer did and said, we're not going to do that. Plus all their stuff that they're offering, like 95-5 split on the revenue, which is a bit too much. You know, I'm all for streamers getting getting their fair share, for sure. But not if it means bankrupting the company that's supposed to pay you. And then they have the idea of paying these streamers hourly, and they didn't really clarify whether or not that would be on top of the 95-5 revenue split, which I bet you it is, which is terrible. They're just spending more money than they're actually taking in, and I don't think they'll have the advertisement. But then again, Twitch is kind of screwing themselves in the ass, so.
Holding W aggression here. Oh my God. Right in.
All right, here we go. These are the winners from the last few games. They've got both teams have balance.
Look at Lux getting super low, as well as Salem on team holding W.
Both teams have balanced builds. We got a tank and healer on either side.
Except for the Reaper. Oh no, unfortunately Reaper.
Gnosis lost one. No trade, unfortunately.
They're taking a lot of damage, but they're surviving at like clutch HP.
Oh yeah,
they
have to pull back
now. Yeah.
Gnosis has to pull back here. The winds are about to throw everyone in the air, just like 7 seconds away from that, and they have 2 members down. So yeah.
And DX is on the point alone. Not much they can do here. They're gonna get flown up here. They're gonna.
Oh
they're
no.
gonna live though. It's only 30k
for
damage.
like a second.
He says only 30k, like that's not a significant amount of damage.
They're gonna get to 50% here most likely.
He really just said that. Oh, it's only 30k.
Okay. Yeah.
Dude, that damn near kills them.
Finish up here. Cloud9 showing you it's a brutal map. It doesn't care who you are. If you don't protect yourself, you're gonna get thrown in the air.
Right. Yep. And look at the limit breaks here.
Yeah, I definitely don't think I'd play this version of PvP. This would be very difficult to play on a controller. But the bigger team battle PvP, that's the shit that I actually really like. Oh my god. Oh my god. Gnosis just showed up and took out their monk. The tank lived through that though. And Gnosis lost 2 people. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Gnosis did lose 2 members overall there. So
Like, I literally, you can't look at the action. It's just so much crap going on. I immediately started looking at the health bars because I'm like, who's dying first here? They held out and they actually went, they did it. Wow. Yeah, this is going to be a good match, I think. This is going to be a good match.
And they're gonna have summoner for this next one.
At least I hope it is.
Comeback here.
Yeah, this next engagement is gonna be really strong for them.
Yeah, they got summoner limit break.
Doesn't wait for more LBs.
Which, to be fair, the summoner limit break is just the caster's limit break. It's a cool limit break. It's just, you know.
Jumping in first, going with the guard. They're gonna get the bard.
There goes the bard. That was quick. Oh.
We do see a trade though.
They lost their black mage on holding W.
Those LBs are out. The Reaper LB and the White Mage LB are up though. They are using the White Mage LB.
And there's the astrologian. What the hell? Do I speak English? Astrologian. They're just trading 1v1 here, or 1 for 1. God, I love this game though. This is why I gravitated towards Final Fantasy so early on, because the spectacle of it all is just awesome. Final Fantasy 7, you know, obviously it's dated now, but like purely the summons. I mean, do you remember summoning in Neo Bahamut? That was a spectacle, man. Just watching Bahamut coming from space and just beaming. All right, so they tied up. Well, what's the 50%? I thought that was their progress. No, it's only at 62 to 91.
I see a second turbo, which is wonderful because we missed them earlier in the match. We just did they just use a bard?
Yeah.
Bard LB?
Yeah, it is. They did, yeah.
Why?
It lasted like 30 seconds, so they'll be able to like take advantage of it a little bit here.
Okay. We're gonna see what this everyone being thrown up will have. I mean, they're not in a team engagement, so I don't think this really mattered too much. A lot of
yeah, it looks like Team Holding W doesn't want to break the checkpoint. They're playing a little bit safe here because they were standing there and they didn't break it.
Yeah, they were actually backing up.
And there it goes. Okay.
They broke the checkpoint. They got it past 50%. So Holding W is in the lead here, and they get the kill to start. Astro going down.
Whoa, though! Holy crud!
They still went 1 for 1 though.
Salem almost going down, but able to use recuperate to come back up. So we're kind of at an even, just brutal bash off here. There's no LBs to be used.
Overtime.
And Team Gnosis has to stay on point. That's also another big thing that's in play right now. He makes it just in time. Looks like Team Holding W is trying to run away a little bit. Lux getting super low. Lux goes down. Team Gnosis is slowly making the comeback here. Salem has no more MP, so they go down as well. So this is going to come down to one more team.
I'm glad he said MP and not mana, because it's not mana in this world. It's magic power.
Gnosis in this situation, because they could possibly push this crystal past the checkpoint and get into a leading position, but they have to do a lot of work here. They do have a Reaper LB, which does help with that, right?
Yeah, so they have Reaper and Bard too.
Oh man.
Yep, so they
Oh, this is a fight, man. Now this is exciting. We got 2 teams that are even.
Take a ton of damage. No, the Bard goes down. They're not going to be able to do anything. But they trade. They get their summoner down.
Dude, by 4%. Oh!
So close.
Oh!
Just push it a
Whoa!
further. If they push it
It's 1.9%.
65.9%. They could take this win. This is
They just need a little bit. Little push. Oh, no. There's only 2 on. There's only 2 on. It's the healer and tank, though, so...
favor right now. Warrior LB going out, though. Getting the guard break, getting some damage in.
Oh, my God. The Astrologian is powerhouse, dude. No, it's down.
To get back to this point, they do have Labrys coming up at the last second, right as one of their members dies. So they're gonna have to just kind of trickle in.
He barely got there. Dude, if he got there just a couple seconds earlier, he would have actually made a big difference. Yo, how's the Bard healing himself that much? Holy shit.
Maybe this Phoenix or Brahame will make a little bit of a difference. Yeah, they have. Oh, no,
There's Phoenix. Damn. Damn. That was exciting. Look at that, dude. Look at that. 1.9% difference. That's a game right there. That's a fight.
That was really close. That was probably the closest map I think we've seen the entire night.
So far, yeah.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, the kills again, they only need so much.
I had a good feeling about these teams, man, because they obviously they won for a reason, but like they were very similar comps in each of their respective games. So I was like, when they clash, it's gonna be something. That was 1.9% difference. That is crazy, dude. So close. Why does she have this many? I want to know. Hard to see what happened, but like a healer, you just watch numbers. Yeah, I that's all I could do. I'm not like the spectacle is cool and everything, but that on top of the pixelation of the video, forget it, dude. You're not going to be able to see anything. Look at her, 10K viewers playing Diablo 4. When these 10K viewers could easily go to Shroud and give him more viewers because this is what they're here for right here. This girl cannot be taken seriously. Man, I'm just hating on these women because they have the easy. They have it easy. What else can I say? But at least, I don't know if she's playing Diablo 4 because she's had a change of heart, okay? Because she was a pool streamer or whatever. She was a hot tub streamer. I don't know if she still does that, but at least she's actually gaming. So I'll give her that much. It's respectable. It's a respectable change, but I don't think... I'm pretty sure she's still a hot tub streamer. I think. Let's take a look at some... Yeah. She's a hot tub / ASMR streamer. But she's one of those. She's one of those ASMR content creators that give it a bad rap.
And we can see Gnosis kind of trying to pull him back and get him out of position here. We're going to see how that turns out. A lot of damage actually going out onto Lux here.
Yeah, but wow, that heal.
DX as well getting really low.
There goes their tank. Okay, Gnosis' tank is down.
Warrior goes down. Astro getting super low as well. Has very little resources left.
And Black Mage went down, so no, it's 2 for 1.
They try and regroup, or they stay inside the crystal.
LB is almost up to the Reaper. If they could stay alive, they could maybe make use of this and try to take a small advantage here. But I don't know if it's going to be worthwhile. But we'll see. They are using their elixir to try to get their
Lux is just getting back.
Gets focused down and goes down next. Unfortunately, this is really rough for Team Gnosis. You got to make a decision to fully regroup or start using LB to get a kill. Looks like the decision.
Whoa! Well, there goes their monk. Holding W lost their monk. Their tank is just barely surviving in that fight there. They lost the summoner on Gnosis though.
Regrouping a little bit here. They're putting a lot of pressure on Salem. It looks like they may be able to get the kill on them, but we'll see a lot of.
Dude, they're barely even touching the 50% mark. Look at that.
It does look like they're starting to take advantage.
Look at that. Oh my God, they didn't even get the halfway point. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's it for him. It could be the last game for him. We see Julian pushing the crystal while the rest of their team is trying to go ahead and take map advantage and look for any stragglers. Yep.
He's a Monk LB. DX is going in too deep. He's getting Monk LB and he's going low, but will he be able to survive? Yeah, he's good. Oh my God. That Monk.
Yeah, he's good.
To survive that Monk LB because now that's out of game.
Trying to get a lot of resources done. A lot of LBs are on.
They got 3 limit breaks on Gnosis.
Oh, unfortunately, Gnosis used it, but not able to use the summoner one.
Yeah, the word
Oof.
goes out. They still have Astro.
All right, 1 for 1 trade.
A little bit of limit break generation and some damage. Astro LB is still being held. It goes up now, so we're gonna see a little bit of damage come out. Bryce being chased onto the.
And there goes the monk.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they are being cautious too. They're trying to push this crystal up a little bit more. Both at 50%. They need to break this 50% if they can to go ahead and get that advantage. And that's what they're trying to do. They did get off the point for the team engagement though. They are getting lots of kills, almost resetting the crystal. But no, they are pushing in and whoa, taking down Holding W.
This is going good for Gnosis now. They're getting a lot of kills, and they have someone pushing the crystal. The crystal's going to be unlocked right now. They got it past 50%. Reaper has guard right now, trying to escape.
They really should have
going for the heals.
like how many each team has won. I think the first game went to Holding W. I can't remember.
Yeah, and they had a red mage ALB used on.
It'd just be nice to see like who's won how many so far in the best of 3.
DX trying to get a little bit of pressure to him to stop that from happening. Gnosis does lose their Bard here, unfortunately. Lux may go down too, using Guard though, to stay up for a little bit longer. So this is just a brutal.
You know, I know there's a lot of teams
Lux is a 1v1 back there.
Involved in these tournaments that they have, but the games are so short, at most 5 minutes, unless they go into overtime. I feel like they really should not make it a best of 3, like make it a best of 9 or something like that, you know, like let's get the games going, you know, let's keep it rolling, let's make this lengthy because that would be more exciting since the games are so quick sometimes. You know, the first couple of matches we saw tonight, they ended in 2 minutes.
Yeah, he gets a potion though. That's gonna be beautiful. After LB also coming out, Gnosis has their summoner LB coming out with the damage boost, getting a decent amount of damage.
And having it be like a best of 7 or best of 9, maybe a best of 7 would be a little bit better. It would lengthen the match between the 2 teams, and it would also give each team a chance to at least come back if they actually, you know, changed up their build the next round or something like that, you know.
They have summoner soon, they have white mage soon. They're going with the red mage LB super early. Didn't get much out of it. Rockbar goes down. That's gonna be a massive thing for them. Huge kill. Oh my god, the warrior LB. Oh, the ball going down right when the LB.
They're about to have 3 limit breaks though on Holding W if they can get back. Nope, it's over.
right now. I think they may take this. Overtime's happening. No one's on the
There it goes.
1-1. This is the first
There you go.
1-1 of the entire event so far.
It was about damn time it came out even here. Took forever to get to two teams that could actually hold their own against each other. That was tight though. Those were good matches right there. So that's what we're talking about. But see, this is what I'm saying. We need more than 3 rounds. You know, even a best of 5 would be a little bit better because they at least have 3 chances to, you know, each team has, well, essentially 5 chances to try and, you know, do better the next round. But I think a best of 7 would actually be better. It'd be more exciting because there could really be a huge back and forth. But again, notice how the majority of the teams tonight, the ones that have advanced are the ones that have the balanced builds. You know, standard tank, healer, and 3 DPS. There was just I think it was Wolfus was the team that had the 2 healers, which was strong as hell for some reason. I'm not sure why.
The next handful of minutes leads to whether they're going to FanFest or not.
Such a big deal. Yeah. 5 seconds left. I wonder what shortcuts they will take here.
Yeah, that is. We haven't talked about that too much. There's 2 different shortcuts. We don't have a lot of time to talk about it. Maybe we go into it later, but we will find out for sure.
Yeah, looks like one team split through the middle, one to the front shortcut, another one to straight through.
Yeah, this map will actually determine who wins and goes to FanFest.
Fighting on the maps, dodging them, or mats, dodging them before they go off. Julian almost dying, Russell dying almost immediately, giving an early lead here to Gnosis. As long as Julian can stay alive.
He's trying so hard. He gets stunned though. This is gonna be it for him. He has no more resources. 4v4. They take both healers down. Shannon on the point pushing it, so Gnosis does have a
Dude, you burn through your MP so fast.
Wow, okay, this is pretty good. Yeah, you know what? Pretty good for both teams here. It's not, I mean, there's a small advantage here for Gnosis, but they're down players right now. They're going to have 5 versus 4 for just a few seconds while waiting on Julian to come back.
Yeah, it looks like the target might be just Reaper goes down. Bryce getting super low, trying to run away. Might get the elixir off, but yeah, no one's chasing Bryce, so Bryce will be fine.
They're still pushing the crystal though, trying to get as much of a lead with that as they can. And Holding W is kind of holding back a little bit while all their LBs are about to come online. This could be a pretty brutal team fight. The Monk LB going out immediately, trying to get the Summoner down, and they do.
Beautiful. Yeah, it looks like Team Gnosis might go for the full regroup here. It's getting too much for them. They're losing too much members.
Yep. Yeah, they need to back off. They lost DX here and losing Shannon. They need to wait a little bit until they're, you know, fighting 5 versus 3 with 2 LBs up for Holding W is not a good idea.
Absolutely, and Holding W is going to get the crystal to 50% here most likely, so they will be in the lead now. We still have 3 minutes left on the clock, but like you said, Holding W has Dark Knight, Summoner, and Red Race Swimmer break ready for this next fight.
We have Warrior, Bard, and Summoner for Astra, and almost the Astra as well, so they're actually really close to an LB advantage. Parade going off, LB's going off. Oh.
Julian goes down first.
The Astrologian is the first to go again.
Rothmar goes down second. Shannon getting super low, getting Red Mage versus goes down second. The Yushinba robot's coming out. We gotta be careful for this. Looks like no one's gonna get hit, luckily, but we're in a 3v4 in favor of Holding W.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good for Holding W right now. They do have a pretty strong advantage because, you know, team member wise and just percentage wise on the crystal, they probably want to back off a little bit. They do have an Astro and a Summer LB they can deploy here.
Yeah.
And they get Lux down.
Beautiful kill onto Lux. It's gonna be it for them. They're gonna have to. They can make a comeback here. They have to use the Astro LB, Summer LB coming out next. Here comes Bahamut. Lots of damage.
How to use it? Please use the Astro.
looks like they're gonna save it for another team fight, but they have Reaper LB going out and they kill Ross. Yeah,
they don't need it. Never mind. Team wipe. Beautiful.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
This is big. It's big that they saved their Astra LB because they're gonna have Astra plus Warrior for the next team fight. The team W will have nothing.
I understand that sometimes you need some color commentary to back up the primary commentary, but I genuinely am not seeing too much of the contribution of Brian here. I really don't. Frosty seems like he could carry this whole thing by himself. I'm not joking. Like, Brian's adding a little bit, but it's not. We could literally, Frosty could literally commentate the whole thing by himself. Like, he just seems like he has a lot more technical knowledge of the game to bring to the table.
Here for Gnosis. Oh, and here comes some of the LBs out. They do get a. Oh my gosh, it's so even.
Damn, dude, they are. I'm telling you, this is what I'm talking about. They have such an even build here, and I love it. This makes it way more interesting.
Here comes the Astra LB. We're gonna see some damage boost here. Rothmar getting the Summoner LB. Bryce getting his Monk LB. Warrior goes down.
I mean, that's literally it, though. You can't watch the game. You actually have to watch the bars because you can see all the buffs there. You can see the health bars, the MP bars, and stuff, everything like that. You can literally see all the information you need from those two panels. I don't know the buffs. Like, I will give Brian this. He definitely has far more knowledge of the game than I do. So he probably knows what every single one of those buffs is, maybe, if he's played every class, but...
If they still have to get past the checkpoint and get it up to about 60.
But I think Frosty could probably commentate the thing all by himself, to be honest. But they're doing this so that they have some sort of rebuttal, some sort of color commentary added on.
If they get them off the point somehow, that will get them.
Dude, again, with the percentage, look at this, 9% difference.
Rothmar getting super low, has no more MP. This is looking so bad.
Oh my god, dude.
Using guard broken from the Warrior little break. He's gonna go down very quickly here. Salem jumping back on, trying to stall, but that's all they
Holy shit.
I wish we could hear their team voice cops. I bet they're going insane right now. Like, it has to be absolutely insane. This is a real crazy moment. All they have to do is get people off the point.
Yeah.
And for Holy W,
here's Reaper LB. Gonna push him off point for a little bit. 52 points.
Oh no, okay, Lux is dead. Okay. That's 3 down on holding W. I don't think, yeah. Gnosis has this one, I think.
If they can get him down, they just have to get Hofbard out.
Dude, that was such a good try, but holding W's got no chance. Yep. Wow. Wow. That was epic. That was epic.
It was, both of these games were razor thin. I am so impressed by our teams here. Or all 3 of them. I'm sorry, all 3 of these games were razor thin. But man, I
now that's what we're talking about. That's the kind of freaking.
It was so close at those ending fights. Like, everyone was getting LPs.
I probably should have actually put my camera here, but during the game, because, well, actually no, during the game, because they're not. No, they are on the screen. What am I talking about? What am I trying to say? I don't know. Sometimes Brian has a lot to add. Sometimes he doesn't. I guess that's kind of like the conundrum of the amateur commentator, because it's like you have to. It's all based on the knowledge of the game, and like I said, he probably has far more knowledge about what buffs and stuff were actually on those players, because I certainly don't. I only know what I've been able to, what I used to have anyway. Summoners don't have buffs anymore, or nerfs. Nerfs, debuffs, whatever. But I don't know. It's hard. It's a hard job to be a commentator. Like, you have to just fall into it. But it does come down to knowledge. That's why I feel like I could never be a commentator, because I know how to play certain games. That doesn't mean I know the ins and outs of everything about that game. You know what I mean? Like, if I was to try and commentate on Battlefield, sure, I know most of the weapons because I've used most of them. But, like, what's their velocity, their bullet velocity, their fire rate? I don't know. Battlefield 2042 was a kind of a mix-up because they took well-known, established weapons and then just remade them, like, renamed them, really. For some reason. I don't know why they couldn't just name them the names of the guns that they actually are. But, you know, because then if I knew what gun it was, or what gun it was trying to resemble, then I could probably tell you, you know. But it is, I think the large majority of commentating is just remarking on what's going on the screen and throwing out whatever knowledge you've got, or saying what you think should happen here next, or something like that. But I don't know. It's a hard job. It's hard to, you know, it's hard to do. You need to know the game. Oh, I know you do.
They did not keep those glamours going.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing it.
Maybe they changed that. They've had a little
If you hated it, you wouldn't be doing it. Or maybe you would. Maybe you like torture.
Are you guys listening? Are you guys actually, you know, improving upon your glamour game here? Let's see. Solar out there looking pretty good themselves.
You know, I just realized Solar, their motto is like the power of the sun in the palm of their hand, right? But then it's nighttime in their picture. So what?
Boo. Oh, that is a big miss. You're right. They could have captured the sun. They could have just waited till the sun was rising in the background.
Right. They could have like made all their members reach up and like put their hands towards the sun. It would have been perfect.
Yeah, it took you 2 seconds to be creative with that. What happened? We had like so much time.
Nice.
True.
Yeah.
Congrats. Are you just commentating, or are you playing in it too?
That's all right. That's all right. Again, I still prefer them at the moment because they actually, you know, kept with their glamour.
True. Very true. But yeah, you want to choose some.
Dude, her microphone sucks, bro.
With some,
Balance that audio, girl. Come on.
Give me a Cloud 9.
It's clipping.
What is this?
Oh.
It's volcanic heart. So
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. That's all right. It's okay. It's an explosive map. Okay.
I'm serious though. If that's his, I think that's his custom jacket. That jacket is dope, dude. Got black, white, and blue or something. That's a sick jacket. Okay, so you got a whole week before you play your game. Okay. Now this is this Rocket League, or is this one of your VR games?
Our teams are ready to go. All right.
Almost there. Last matchup. Last matchup, Brian.
All right, so this is it. This is the last one.
Wolfus versus Solar.
You know it's gonna be good.
Oh, it's Alva. Okay.
Ryan and Frosty bring their hands at the same exact time.
That happened? Yeah, we did. It's a tasty matchup. What can I say? I'm ready for it. Okay,
Yo, what do you think about that?
Yeah, let's see if they fix their portraits. Okay. Okay. Pretty good.
Here we go. We got Wolfus with the dual healer.
Okay, now they're the mug shots.
Okay, now that 100% the mug shots. All right, guys.
What do you think about that FPS that they showed off during the PlayStation showcase? What the hell was it called? Oh, it was the Crossfire game. I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, they are all wearing their ghost outfits here.
Except for one guy.
Comps, let's talk about that a little bit. White Mage, Advocate, Dragoon, Ninja, and Bard versus Warrior, White Mage, Monk, Ninja, and Summoner. So we're seeing Ninja on both sides and White Mage. Like we've seen a lot in this tournament, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of it actually. Ninja is very popular.
Yeah, it's just such a strong job. When players get under 50%, Ninja Limit Break can execute them. So 50%, the first player goes down, and you can link it after. So one person goes.
All right, here we go. Last game of the day.
Right after.
Let's see who else gets to go to Las Vegas.
Well-coordinated players, a team can execute really well. Actually, let's see. They are actually really going into it. Wolf is doing a little bit of aggression here. Maybe losing NBA.
Oh no, they lost their astrologian. It's a 1-1 though.
But let's see how the rest of this turns out. Price is actually having a little bit of trouble here on Solar.
That engagement was so scary, but it ended up in a trade. Looks like the White Mage might be the next target here on Team Solar.
He's stunned.
Using all their resources. Get
Silenced. Whoa! How did he survive that, bro?
Yeah, I don't know how.
Okay, now he's dead. Jeez. It's still a 1-1 trade though.
Target might be USADA the Dragoon getting targeted, but you know they're swapping around a lot.
See, now Solar is a much better tank healer group compared to whoever Wolf is. Oh, yeah, who did Wolf face earlier? They were also a tank healer build, but they got dunked on. It looks like Solar is gonna give them a run for their money.
But Limit Break is coming out right now. Both White Mages have Limit Break right now. Who's gonna use it first?
And both teams are back to full strength here. And never mind, White Mage is back down.
So Wolf is gonna be able to take an advantage here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Wolf is
Warrior's about to go down on Solar.
King Coconut almost going down.
There he goes. Oh, there goes White Mage on Wolfus.
Make sure they keep some level of tempo up against Wolf.
Yeah, and we see Dragoon Limit Break coming out, going on the Dragoon, actually getting the damage out, and Solar's Summoner goes down. They're gonna keep the pressure here. Wolfus is being super aggressive,
Oh, right.
just like a wolf, and the ninja's getting.
I keep forgetting to change my camera position so that I'm not covering him up.
Brian, it was pretty good. You do see, the Ninja LB's up for Sun. Let's see if they use it. They are going to start targeting Sun, I believe, to try to get them out before they start using their LB.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes their monk.
But they get McCoy down. They're just keeping people down. They're trickling Team Solar over and over and over.
If Solar could get that Summoner LB and the Ninja LB off in a pretty good fashion here, they can get a lot of kills, but man, they're just not finding a good spot to do it.
Again, Ninja goes down.
Oh my god, to have to try and figure out where you need to be to not get hit by the explosions, the lava explosions, that's just nutty, along with trying to avoid getting killed by the enemy team.
Wolf is holding the lead here pretty well during this event going on the map. They're trying to actually get the respawns as quickly as they can to make sure they can hold this point and push Crystal as far as they can, which it looks like it's working out.
Oh, they were down 3, down 1. Warriors coming back. 2 down. Wolfus is definitely dominating at the moment. Now there's 3 down, so they're missing 3.
This is gonna hit the White Mage.
Yeah, White Mage dead. All right, so
almost at 100%. And
Wolfus just dominated Solar big time. Dude, that dual heals is really broken. I don't know what to say. That's really broken.
They just kind of walked it over there. They had won almost every single engagement they got into.
Yep, there was no downtime there. Wolfus just stayed aggressive into spawn even a lot of that match.
Yeah.
I think the dual heals allows them to be aggressive the whole time, just because there's no tank that has to actually like be accounted for. They just have to focus on healing the DPS as opposed to healing a tank. And the addition or the combination of the Astrologian plus the White Mage. White Mage can focus heal, but the Astrologian has massive AoE heals, so that alone I think is just why that build works so well. But it kind of blows my mind that it beats out a standard build of a tank healer.
Just the portrait.
Oh. I think we got in too fast. There's no way they like switch portraits.
Maybe.
No.
No, same. They might just not have the spooky outfit. Yeah.
let's see.
Yeah. All right. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. You know what? I'm not that upset.
No swaps on composition here, I believe, right? You notice anything?
No, I don't notice anything really too different between the different teams here. So I think they're going to stick.
It's all
with
the same
lineup. Seemed to work out pretty well for Team Wolfus. I wouldn't think there's any reason they would want to change it.
All right, so Wolfus is ahead by 1.
You know, on this map, I don't know. Dragoon can be kind of favored a little bit. I think is that right?
Yeah, there's some little tactics Dragoon can do. Like when the turbulence is coming, Dragoon can LB, and as soon as people land, they can land on the players and get like free damage from that.
Yeah.
Tactic.
Well, we'll see how that turns out. If I had to guess, right, Wolfus is going to run straight in here and just put a lot of aggression on. I could be wrong, but they would probably be feeling a little confident. Yeah.
Yeah, and they draw the bold card to start, so they have a defense bonus on them right now. And it looks like they're gonna.
Yep, there they go.
Oh, but they're going for ice. Ice goes.
Oh my God. 1-1 trade there again.
These deaths happen so fast.
Oh. Their Astrologian is almost dead. Oh, never mind. They lost tank and heals on Solar. They lost both heals on Wolfus, though, so now it's just DPS all over the place.
Right now, yeah, it looks like the Monk is being chased down, getting super low, has silence on, so they won't be able to use anything. And
there goes their Monk.
We might see another trade because Usada's getting low as well, getting pulled in, has very little resources, getting some support from their healers because that composition has 2 healers, so it's a little bit more surviving there.
Yeah, and you know, getting the Monk down was pretty good actually overall because that does limit their LB from coming up as soon. We're pretty close to most of the LBs coming up. The only one that's a little bit far away is the Astra LB.
Team Coconut getting low. Might go for an elixir play here, but no. Usada not letting them go for the elixir gets them down,
wow.
But Crisis also goes down. So we're seeing Wolfus take a big lead here now.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Solar, unfortunately. This is 100% in the favor of Wolfus. They do have some LBs up and ready to go, but Wolfus.
Oh my god, yeah. There's gonna be a lot of big bloodbath sexy fight. Team Solar does have a little bit of advantage with the LBs, but you know, the Monk. Oh, the turbulence to worry about. 50 seconds, still turbulence. Been jumping in here with the White Mage LB, getting a decent amount of damage, but.
Oh my god, dude. It's a 1-for-1, but they died so fast. There goes the second heals on Wolfus.
This is a lot of damage here.
A lot of people being thrown up in the air. Let's see.
And
oh, so much damage going out to all these players. See if they can take advantage of it. Wolfus actually hit a pretty bad position right now.
oh yeah, Usada's dead. So that's in the favor of Solar right there. As soon as those 2 healers went down, they had the advantage immediately.
They need to keep pushing it though. They need to stay on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Ellie's going for the elixir here. Their team Wolfus is going to go for the.
They have to dodge that tornado. Good old Cloud9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Team Solar might be able to push it to 50% here unless they get stopped. They only have Monk LB ready, but Monk LB can get someone out of play really early.
Yeah.
It's crazy. This isn't an official esport, but Square Enix is supporting the crap out of it. If they have it going, if they probably do this every year at FanFest. Oh my god. They destroyed them in that engagement.
That was a complete team wipe. That could have been.
Oh my, jeez, dude. That stagger kill though. That's a huge stagger kill right there. You know it's weird how the countdown, the respawn timer counts down all the way, but it still like, is a few extra seconds before they actually spawn back in. I don't know why that is.
The next team fight matters the most. They don't have any LBs really taking advantage here.
Nope. Nope. There goes the Monk immediately. Immediately. Dude, the two heal build insane. Nothing. They're not gonna. Nothing's gonna happen. They're done.
Yeah, there's no one.
Wolfus just ran over them.
Crisis trying to get on, but gets killed.
Solar's, you know, making them work for it, but they're working pretty hard. So
after Coconut goes down, this could be it. Regis might be able to get, you know.
Yeah, they have to trip in here and start getting a kill or two and start.
I mean, nobody's dying on Wolfus, so it doesn't matter.
Regis brings it on. We do see a Summoner LB go out. Summoner goes down next. Anyone on point? Ninja's on point next.
It's 2v5, so it's not gonna work. Nothing's gonna happen. They just have to stand on it as long as they can, but they're just gonna keep trickling in and dying. It's over. Wolfus is going. Well, that was a lot less exciting than the previous one.
21 kills in that match. Absolutely.
21-6.
Ferocious Wolfus. Very, very aggressive. Their team. They went out there. They did work. They did a lot of work. So congratulations to them. They are advancing to FanFest along with Team Gnosis.
Gnosis, that's who is okay.
And I believe Bog Yarzin and Verkittens will be our
teams
semi-finalists.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's gonna be insane.
Yeah. So let's do a quick review. You know,
They have to. Okay. There is no way that they only play best of 3 in these final games. No way, right? These would at least minimum have to be best of 5 to make it exciting and last long enough, you know? There is no freaking way that these are best of 3. That would be stupid.
Against Excalibros, then BD, holding W, making it to semifinals, and Wolfus at the very end here, being victorious against Squatless and Solar to get to the semifinals.
I love how it says Wolfus instead of winner.
Yeah. What a holy crud. Man, these last 2 days have been absolutely fantastic because, again, this is going to be the highest level of crystalline conflict that you'll see in the Light Party scene. Yeah. And I think all these teams have proved they deserve to get here to FanFest.
Yeah.
You know,
even before this bracket, they had to play.
It's been 2.5 hours, which is honestly
Yep. They had to fight.
not that long, given like the tournaments that went on for StarCraft 2 this weekend. Dude, each stream was like 10 hours long. Like that's some awesome esports action. This was like, you know, some of the games were too quick. I just think they should increase the amount of rounds per match.
A lot of really strong matches teams, where they came out pretty dominating. Gnosis coming out will be fighting Wolfus, which again, they both did really well. I know Gnosis going against their teams were much closer. They were going against a very strong team. Holding W was a really strong team. So
yeah, that was so close. That was the closest, I think, of all the quarterfinal matches.
Yeah, that was the closest one. Absolutely the highlight of the quarterfinals for me. But yeah, Ryan, man, we're here. All the matches have happened in all these games. And
He just doesn't know what to say to fill the time because we can't have the dead air, you know.
They work so hard, and they're gonna go to FanFest, getting rewarded for all their like practicing, and amazing to see, honestly.
And one of them's gonna win $22,000 over a team. I guess I should ask chat. Out of those 4 teams, who would you all be voting for the winners?
I mean, it'd be pretty nice if Square Enix threw a little bit of cash behind this. I mean, if that is here's my problem. If that is the amount of money they threw behind it, come on, Square Enix. You're a multi-million-dollar company. You can't throw more money at this. Like, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is some cool shit right here. They need to make this an esport because it clearly works. They need to throw money behind it and not just make it, oh, this is going until FanFest, you know? They should throw money behind this and make this the new esport or something. Something needs to show up. There is nothing on the market like this. Like, all we see for esports are FPSs, RTSs, at least in the past anyway, MOBAs. It's all boring. But this, I mean, it's just pure escort, but it's like the constant conflict between the teams are just is epic. Is player fatigue? Would the players be turned off by length of matches? I'm not saying something super drastic. I'm just saying, look at how quick the matches are. How would they be fatigued? They're 5 minutes maximum, unless they go into overtime, or they're 1 or 2 minutes depending on whether one of the teams gets stomped. That's not player fatigue. They wouldn't be fatigued. I promise you that. Well, as of right now, with this particular stream, they reached about 2,000 viewers, and that was about it. But this is what I'm talking about. They don't advertise this stuff. It got advertised in the game, and that's the only reason I knew about this. Otherwise, I wouldn't be watching this. It's only because they showed it in the game.
Gnosis. Yeah. They were just so close.
Each of their matches came down to very tiny razor-thin margins where anything could have happened. All they had to do was win one team fight, and they just kept battling for so long, slugging it out, and just barely over the mark.
So I don't...
It was an exciting set of 3 matches
Come on.
to play that only one.
I don't think that they would have a problem with player fatigue if they went longer, if they had longer round sessions. You know, best of 5, best of 7, best of 9 might have been saying, you know, pushing it too far, but best of 7 at least maximum, because that would be a nice long match. You know what I mean? Each match could go 10, 15, 20 minutes as opposed to 5 total. You know, I mean, we had the first 2 games were just a stomp fest for 2 of those teams. So it's, you know, I don't know. Square Enix, if they want this to be a thing, you know, like I said, there's nothing on the market like this. I've never seen PvP in an MMO like that before. Yes, World of Warcraft has its, you know, like right now, World of Warcraft is sitting about 8K. I think they had 10 earlier. They've had arenas since I can remember. Oh my god, with this crap. They've had arenas since I can remember. Oh my god, is this Indiana Jones? Damn. Finally, huh? Whoa, how? Cool. So, like, yeah, World of Warcraft has had this for a long time. You know, but... I think this is actually over. This is probably just a replay. But it never really caught on as, like, a major esport, because, you know, Blizzard doesn't give a shit about their games anymore. But, I think that's it.
Both so much.
Yeah.
I did want to give a shout out lastly to our 2 amazing commentators for the evening. And first off, let's go ahead and shout out Frosty, who has a lot of things going down over at the Mog Talk channel. So yeah, please make sure you follow Frosty. He's amazing. Frosty, would you like to go a little bit more?
Okay, that's enough. All right. I'm gonna call it an evening as well. That was fun. It was something different. You know, I obviously probably should have been concentrating more on my own playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV, but I got sidetracked, and this was a cool experience to at least see how they do esports in the Final Fantasy XIV scene. I think if Square Enix put some real money behind this, behind advertising it and getting the name out there, I think 14 PvP could be a thing. Because that was fun. At least with the good teams, it was fun. It was more exciting because they were always back and forth. So, but whatever. It is what it is. It's just their own little thing that they do going up to FanFest each year. So, whatever. It works for them. But that's going to do it for me tonight, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please join me again next time where we'll continue playing. Actually, Tuesday is the weekly reset for Battlefield 2042. So be on the lookout for the stream to start on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time, excuse me. And we'll hammer out the old weekly, or the daily / weekly challenges. But until then, I'm Adam Wolf. This is Final Fantasy XIV, and I'll see you guys later.